except for... No, we should be good.
Alrighty. Indigo, you have 60 seconds on the clock. Go ahead and put your platoon together.
All right. Wait, I'm off for. Yeah, there we go. Let me get 2 BTR crews, please.
Fuel, Mannerheim, you want to take one?
Oh, yeah.
Bridges, Chucky, you want to go take the other one?
We could.
Gonna have to figure out teams here.
I know, I'm going to drop us down to a Delta team. The rest of the second filter into one of the MMG teams. Filter down into Delta 1. Which may be my medic. Nope, Cyrus, come up into this Delta team and be the team leader.
Anderson, you want to grab another MG?
Yeah, we can.
I'd rather have firepower. We are good otherwise.
On the pod.
How are you guys doing? They're in the
Alright.
slotting
Mafia,
stage of
get
the
back in,
first
just filter
round.
into one of the MMG teams. All right, let's push her to map screen. Just a quick. What? No, well, too late.
Never mind.
Just a quick reminder for everybody, please follow the rules. We do appreciate it. We don't like to be mean. Well, some of us don't like to be mean. Some of us are just assholes. You can pick through who's the mean people and who's not the mean people. But just follow the rules. It's a quick and simple thing. All you gotta do is skim through them. Pretty much, if you think it's gamey, don't do it. If you're gonna get pissed off if somebody does it to you, don't do it. It's really simple stuff. Just think about it. We're all here to have fun. We're all here to play in a spirit of event. And it's fun that way. All right. What's the brief?
Attack, defend. Attackers gotta hack the terminals. 30-second timer on each. They do not have to be done in order. Defenders gotta defend them. Also, worth noting, we're gonna be testing out javelins for the MAT teams. So that's both Op 4 and Blue 4. So you vehicle crew guys, make sure you keep that in mind. They have a maximum of 2 if they have a assistant. So, or maximum of 2 missiles, I should specify.
Alrighty. Any questions from our platoon leaders?
Negative.
Alrighty. This is Indigo v Carpenter. Round 1 of FNF starts right now.
All right, so.
Oh my god, I got my fucking back to an open.
1 second.
Hello, hello.
And hello to yeah, Liru, you're gonna need to disable your two-part plugin. But yeah, Warwick, this is Liru. Liru, this is Warwick.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Liru is a what you would call a professional streamer, and Warwick's been doing this with FNF for how long, Warwick?
I've been doing FNF for 4 years now, but only recently started doing the Shoutcast. Been doing the Shoutcast for just a couple months. But professionally, I was in the radio business, and I did live commentary of football, baseball, and basketball games.
Very nice. I did the same with volleyball, softball, and a couple swim meets. Fun stuff.
Mhm.
And Liru's just Liru.
I did some shoutcasting work for TM. No, something. Gosh, I forgot the name. They
definitely wasn't
not. And I know, not TM. It was They did a bunch of capture the flag stuff, and they had a big competition, brought in a bunch of teams. That was, I think, 2 years ago. And then I just laugh at 60-person player groups when they try to do a Zoosop and bash their heads against the wall. So it's lovely.
I think you're inflating the numbers a little bit, but yes, you are completely correct.
I mean, Fridays, bro.
Fridays, true. Fridays, yeah.
That's the one where they bash their I told you today, right? They all charged against an IFE and died. Yeah, Yeah, it was
Yeah,
beautiful.
because Recon didn't spot the IFE. Yeah.
They spot the snipers in the frickin' tower next to the IFE, but not the IFE. So, Warwick, do you got anything to say for what we've got in this first operation here? Anything about the players? Anything about the strategies you might see these groups do? Since you are the leading veteran here in this community, I would say.
Well, we've got a little bit of a different type of matchup. With Carpenter and Indigo Fox leading this, Indigo Fox tends to favor sort of a head-on approach. From personal experience, it's a little bit of it can be a little slow to adapt to firefights. Carpenter, when organizing defenses, I think he's one of the people here that really does just the standard turtling defense that is here at FNF. The big thing that I'm going to be worried about is the mat teams. They are testing out the javelins for both Op 4 and Blue 4 now, and that is going to be absolutely devastating to any poor IFV. These BTRs, if they're caught out in the open by a mat team, that's sayonara.
Oh yeah, when he brought that up like as they were pushing in, and I was just like, yeah. I'm trying to find them now. I think Victor Reznov was the AT man.
Yeah, he's in the tower right now climbing. He's the only AT javelin guy I see, though. My leading issue with it, though, is that, at least for how this map is designed, he doesn't really have any good long-range vantage points to use that on. The tower being the only decent one, but it's got a big chunk of jungle right in front of it that's going to be the main cover for the Red 4 team to come onto this objective. So, even though they have a really good long-range asset, it's really tough to find a position for him to deploy properly, and I don't think he's going to be able to get a good use of it unless he catches them on either the western flank or the southern flank as they push around.
Now, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I don't think the flanks
Also, hi, Boo.
BTRs will come into. It might come into play super late, or about towards the halfway mark, towards the end, because Indigo does like to use the BTRs to push infantry in under a base of fire. Typically they will set those BTRs up on a ridge point and use their firepower to move infantry in under their cone.
Yeah, and especially with that kind of theory on how to move the infantry up, it's going to be a game of who sees who first. Because if Red 4 infantry are able to spot the javelin gunner and suppress him, or even outright kill him quick enough, then it delays the javelin being used. Someone else has to go and pick it up, or it takes it out of the fight if they're able to then secure it. But especially on this tower, I think this tower is just about the best position. But if he's able to get that javelin off, do you know if it's the cup or the RHS javelin?
I'm not sure. Martin did not divulge that in great detail. I would believe it would be the RHS javelin.
If it is the RHS one, and Liru can attest to this, it will not miss.
Mm-hmm.
There will be nothing in the world that will stop that. It can lock onto any heat source, even infantry. So if he sees a lone dude, like he could lock onto a marksman with that javelin.
Anything that makes a thermal signature. So if he wants to screw a bunny off in the distance, he can screw that bunny.
And Liru knows all about screwing bunnies, but it will be very hard for that BTR to push up if they get spotted. And if it's carrying a full load of infantry...
See, he's going to insult me all throughout this commentary, and it makes me very, very sad.
About a dozen troops.
Now, I don't think that they'll use the BTRs as actual transport. Very rarely does that actually happen in FNFs. Only when we're really wanting to move super quick, or we're using the BTR as an IFV, will we blow down a BTR. Typically, we'll have the BTRs run separately from their infantry. and have the infantry just push alongside them while detached from the BTRs.
But you were saying that Indigo likes to use those BTRs to move the infantry, correct? Or did I mishear you?
Move the infantry under the BTR's cone of fire. So he'll set them
Hey,
up
Brain,
on
thanks for the
the
7-month
face-
resub
I
at
see what you
T3.
mean, right.
Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick
He'll
out of
set
this
it up,
one.
and the BTR will cover the infantry as they move up.
Same with you,
not
Shadow Spark. Thanks for the
use
5-month
the
resub.
BTR
Hope
as
you
a
are
ferry to move
staying
them
safe
up.
among Corona. Hope you
Gotcha.
get a kick out of this. So I don't know about you two, but I've been looking at this AO, at least in the defensive side, in great detail. In Terminal 3, I can understand a good defensive position because there's, a lot of structures and cover around it, and it's also close to the jungle tree line. But the other two terminals to the south and east, there's not really much there to defend. It really makes me consider how they're going to execute this. Let's see. If we look at Terminal 1, for example, there's two entrances. There's the one from the west and the little doorway from the northeast. I don't think you can enhance movement over these walls because they're too tall. But at least looking at the, what is this? The southwestern opening, there is a window right there with really good sight lines. That's also going to give them some defenses for grenades. But the other entrance. Looks like there are two again, one on the west and one on the southeast. Again, you've got a decent window, but it's on the second story to overwatch the main entrance, but that back door is also concerning. So if I was in Blue 4's shoes, I'd probably only put a few guys on the southern objectives, because all you really need is 4 guys to lock those areas down. But the rest just kind of have fortified over the western one because that's where you have the most avenues of defense to pull off something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think what will end up happening is
And Winter, thanks for the
Terminal
5
3
gift
will become
subs.
the main defensive point, and possibly what I can see here with if you look at the Delta teams, they might set up into one of these one of the compounds on this high ground, or even in that small little grove of trees where they're currently at, and use that just to maintain eyes on the other two objectives and blunt the assault as it comes in. A lot of the times in FNF, we'll have sacrificial objectives, like one that we know we're not going to defend, but we'll use it to get eyes on enemy forces and pick targets off as they move in and move through those objectives.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to do it is to just put, because there's no penalty for losing Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, correct?
Correct.
Other than losing the objective. Yeah, so I would not be surprised if they just really turtle up around Terminal 3. You have all these buildings, you have the minaret, you have these walled compounds with roof access and everything. And as well as the natural terrain. You could theoretically just spread out your infantry, especially where Viktor Reznov is now, although he's leaving now. But that hill also is a very good vantage point to spot out that BTR, to spot out movement. So yeah, to just kind of
It's 1 life per round.
pick off their numbers, try and whittle away that numbers advantage that they get because of the balancing of the mission. I think that would be a pretty solid way to do it if they're able to do it right.
So speaking of Victor, he is the guy with the javelin. I think he's moving to this open hill, trying to find a good hill that gives him good eyes on both the southern and western approaches on the sides of those tree lines. To be perfectly honest, I think the previous position he was at was a little bit better, but I can understand why he's trying to get better sight lines. If he were to go more towards the, the southeastern tree, he's got easy sight lines to the south, but he's also got a nice little keyhole of a position looking just where the forest kind of breaks off to the west. Compared to the other position he's at right now, this just feels way too open compared to where he previously was.
Yeah, and I think they just recognize that, and they're moving back southwest and trying to reposition. He's going in the direction of the Minaret Tower. I wonder if they're going to just stick up there and deal with what minimal backlash there is from the Javelin missile launch.
Side note, I keep watching Firefight fall out of the tower. It's kind of amusing.
Seriously, what? The whole halfway or almost at the top of the tower?
Yeah, he's fallen out twice, but I think the damage is disabled until the round actually starts. Also, for the RHS Javelin, there is virtually no backblast. It's only at like a 20-degree angle. And even if you do backblast yourself, it only gives you like a cut or something. But the Javelin in real life has no backblast.
Yeah.
So they try to model that. Yeah.
I will say, it appears I have spoken just a little bit too soon on how they are going to be using the BTRs, because if you look at Op4 right now, they are piling on to the BTRs.
Oh yeah, this is their only vehicle to get from their staging point to the AO. I would not have that infantry walk 2 clicks to the AO, even if they drop them off, a click beforehand and walk the rest of the way. That cuts down on time a lot.
It has been done before, though.
Dude, I've already seen some really crazy stuff, even from last week with the capture the flag mission. Where I had Liru on for that, and the
you guys in chat have any questions, by the way, I'll answer them best I can.
To grab the flag and bring it back to base when there were 6 friendlies just waiting at the capture zone. So I believe it.
Something else good to note here is that one of the Bradleys has a majority of the infantry, and the other, BTR, has a majority of the infantry, and the other one only has about 4 guys extra for about a fire team. Looks like it's because I saw Bradley get out and go to the other ones. That's why I said Bradley.
Fair.
He's getting in the other one to make that now a 5-man team that'll move. So looks like Op4 is going to go for a single push either on the left or right flank, or they might try to risk it through the forest. But that 5-man team and the other BTR is probably going to go at a different angle and try to get some overwatch, possibly hunt down that AT team with the Javelin. So we'll have to see what they decide to do in just a minute when they deploy.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of keeping the squads together, so they have, I'm assuming, two squads in one, and then one squad in the other. I'm not sure how they have it split up exactly, but that's how I would assume.
Either way, we'll have to see how it goes, but now we watch Bradley get out of that BTR and go into the other BTR, so a little bit of last-minute unit changing there.
Musical chairs,
And Jay, thanks for the 7-month resub. It's the players purely killing each other.
I do hope for their sake, for
we'll see how things go. But nonetheless, hope you keep enjoying the ops there. We get a kick out of this.
About half a click northeast of their position, of Op4's position, where it's just an open field with no terrain change. But now that I say that, Blue 4 won't be able to spot them at all, even from the minaret, so that's not going to be a concern. This forest does act as a pretty nice kind of natural concealment buffer for the Op4 to push up. Not perfect, but, good enough for the most part.
I wouldn't worry too much on the movement approach. The second MRB is commanding the
honestly, your silky
BTRs
voice
right now,
my nips
and
could cut
if there's
glue
one
in a
thing that
corn.
they have down pat, it's the
you can't say that when Bloodwing's here.
A very flexible and
you can't say that.
Easy to work with movement unit.
Wait, maybe she left chat.
It looks like they are just.
Maybe she left chat. Maybe.
They set up some.
Maybe I'll be okay.
Bunker on top of the.
Bloodwind was here earlier.
Building in that compound. Victor's on top of the minaret with that javelin, ready to go.
Okay, cool. She's gone. Cool. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? How's the kid?
The east, watching south, and doing exactly what we were talking about earlier. Just watching and.
But thank you for the $20, Nim. I'm gonna use that to buy
movements.
meat
maybe
later.
Try and pick them off.
I gotta get back into this because it's fun.
It's gonna be a.
Oh my god.
Terminal 3 will be their Alamo. And interestingly enough, we have Santos. I think he's just watching the far flank to the north. He's going what looks like to be a hill 2-6. And he's just, I guess he's just going to be an early warning, kind of a sacrifice. Although he is the marksman, so he won't be, it's the classic case of the marksman going lone wolf. And, we'll see what he's able to do.
Well, you got to think about their positioning here. They've got that command structure in the back, and they've put a bunch of extra trenches along that lines. But again, it gives them good sight lines on that southern approach. So they're going to put their marksmen out on the western approach just to see if they're going to come from that direction. Because in these types of one life PvP scenarios, intel is everything. So if Blue 4 can get a good hint on where Op 4 is going to come early, the Blue 4 commander can adjust his units on certain flanks accordingly and have time to prepare for them to come in on that direction. Alternatively, if the marksman doesn't see anything, they see them come from the other flank, then he could reposition behind Op 4 and get 1 or 2 kills in, which can make all the difference in a scenario like this.
Absolutely, and if he were to be able to exploit the flank, like say if he wasn't spotted, he could take out 2 or 3. That's big numbers.
Sorry to cut you off for a second, but he's got to be careful because the BTR going towards him on the flank, its gun is looking right at his position. I don't think it was it spotted him, but I think Santos here definitely spotted it because he immediately went prone, took out a Vector. Yep, a Vector 21 there, and he's scouting it out, so he will be able to report that back to Blue 4 and maybe give information on it. But what's interesting about this is that's that only has a few dudes in it. You know, the main force is already deployed back there, so it could possibly be a feint that Blue 4 might then reinforce for against.
And I think Santos did spot them, and he's not going to try and fight a BTR. That's a good way to get killed.
Yeah.
Santos definitely saw it, and there's one Loten guy out there isn't going to be able to do anything.
No, and we have a 3-man team being dismounted from that BTR, and I wonder what kind of cab service
Chris,
they're
I'm
doing.
sorry to hear that, but I don't believe you.
They got to be
I'm
careful to
keep
stay
asking.
within the boundaries, but it's pretty obvious, when they get outside of it. I think the BTR is just taking to the low ground. Now that I say that,
it is a little curious. The team that they've chosen to drop off here, because that is a MMG team.
That they have just 1 or 2 PKPs. 1 PKP, an AK-74 with a GP-25, and then just a regular old AK-74. I wonder if they spotted Santos. And
they did not. The formation they're doing right now, they're just going up there to overwatch, but I did not see any indication from the gunner seat that they noticed that he was there. Otherwise, that BTR would be on a lot wider of a flank to overwatch the infantry as they moved onto that hill, so this is just pure chance at this point.
Yeah, it is the highest hill in the area, so it's a natural kind of collection point for them. But Santos, he has repositioned. He has a nice, comfortable boulder to hide behind to protect him, and so he's probably going to keep eyes on that hill from now on. Elsewhere, we have the rest of the infantry to the south dismounting and proceeding along foot in the low ground in this kind of valley almost, proceeding along to the south of the objectives, proceeding along just following the terrain.
Something I want to point out here, though, if you look at Blue 4 right now, they've got a lot of dudes looking in that Op 4 direction of the team that came in. So Santos definitely got a notification out to the rest of his guys. That's taking eyes away from that southern flank, but hopefully that Vanguard force, I mean, even the Vanguard force on the eastern flank, a lot of those heads are turned to the west. So that's going to maximize the ability for Op 4 to come in and get very close to Blue 4 without them knowing. So it is a feint strategy.
And we, in that minaret, we do have.
Hey, Bloodwayne, how you doing?
He's just. I think
you
they're
didn't
just
see
keeping
anything,
him hidden
right?
until they decide to bring him out and strike when he's needed. And yeah, if Santos is able to call out that there's a BTR.
Hold up, he's in trouble. The LCPL up there just put Binox right on him, and they pulled back for a minute. Not sure if they saw Santos specifically, but it looks like they did. But maybe it's not the case, because otherwise that BTR should be adjusting to engage.
BTR is pointing at him, but I think that's just coincidence.
And Santos is engaging. Nope, so they didn't get him.
Cyrus is hit. That's the, is that the element leader?
Cyrus is the element leader. That is correct.
But otherwise...
Santos is now triple timing out of there with his binos. He's going to probably beat the BTR because the BTR only pulled back defensively. Had the BTR been a little more coordinated, he might have been able to gun out Santos in the open. But now the BTR is on the move, pulling off to the left, trying to find... No, it's pulling back. I think they think there's more than one guy out there. Because if they didn't, there would be no reason for the BTR to pull back that quickly. So now Op 4 is spooked.
They probably think that there's more than one guy out there. So they've pulled the BTR off of the high ground with the infantry just to get some spacing between the infantry and the BTR, and moved it to the second best firing position for it, which is just this slight little bit of raised ground that's here, and they're just keeping an eye on this whole field of approach.
I wonder what's going through their head, because there's only the one rifle that shot out, and I'm also wondering over here about Reznov possibly bringing that out, and I mean, because that's what the Javelin is for. It is for those BTRs, absolutely.
Meanwhile, the main Op 4 force, they're trying to spot what they can, but I believe their platoon group, or at least Indigo Fox, has spotted the Vanguard team in the back, probably drawn in because of all of those trenches that they dug, sticking them out like a sore thumb. And looking at the Blue 4 position, I see binos going out to the southwest, but no actual sightings here. So I believe Op 4 is aware of that rear position on Blue 4's side, but Blue 4 has not spotted their main force just yet.
That entrenched position that the Blue 4 Delta 1 and I think a few others are sitting at, that is going to be an absolute pain on both of the objectives that are left undefended, because there's, I believe, a MMG team with that and many other rifles. So any progress that's going to be made is going to be under supreme base of fire, and it's just going to be slow going and bloody.
Yeah, and we'll see. They probably won't know what the what guys the Blue 4 is going for. I'm talking in reference to Red 4 until they get close to Terminal 1 or Terminal 2. Once they realize that they're leaving them undefended, I would hope that they'd catch on pretty quick to what Blue 4's plan is.
Looked like that Op 4 force is packing up in their BTR.
Yep, so they scouted out the northern flank. 3 dudes pulled out their binos, just making sure there was nothing over there, and now they're moving it around. Meanwhile, Santos is still trying to find another angle to engage him at this hill. He doesn't realize that they have mounted up and could possibly redeploy on his right towards the northwest. Also, Op 4 is starting to move their main force into the southern side of that forestry, so that main fight should start in just a minute or two. Let's give him a warm welcome. Meanwhile, Santos now has eyes on that BTR, watching it pull around. He'll probably relay that to his commander, and he'll still probably try to get an angle on to harass the guys that are in it. Though he might not think that the infantry went in it. I still see him turning around and looking on that rear hill. So he's now confused as to where the infantry are.
Yeah, and that BTR is dismounting people in these buildings. I think they're just trying to, use deductive reasoning, and I'm sure they're figuring that Santos would, or whoever Santos would be, would hide in these buildings and not be out in the open. So they're checking the most, I guess, logical position first, but they're going to find quickly that he's not here. But I think Santos will figure out that the Op 4 is here before the other way around.
Blue 4, meanwhile, still having a lot of eyes to the northwest. That Vanguard position, actually, a lot of people are pulling off of that. That is kind of unfortunate. But look, they've made all these fortifications facing west now, thinking that the main force is going to come from that direction. So, again, just all part of that feint. It's going to catch a lot of Blue 4 guys out of position when the initial assault happens, unless someone in Blue 4 spots that infantry group moving. We have one guy looking out to the southwest right now. He doesn't have binos out. He's just watching. So, Op 4 with that feint, very good call, because Blue 4 is definitely out of position here.
Yeah, now that we see the main force of Op 4 coming in through that forest, lots of concealment, lots of terrain. I think they're going to be able to get very close to Terminal 3. before they get spotted.
I mean, hell, Santos is still watching the southwest for that 3-man infantry group. He does not realize that they have moved with that BTR. He might have just seen whoever D1 is. That would be the corporal over there on top of a building, but
No,
otherwise,
he's scanning.
we'll have to
might
see.
The engine.
No, he knows the BTR's over there. He just doesn't know that the infantry mounted up in that BTR. So now he's going to pull away to the west because he's still hunting for those 3 guys because he can't do anything about that BTR.
Right. BTR's it's pulling off on this road going towards Blue Force positions.
Yep, Victor, who has that javelin, he's waiting in the Minaret tower, but he might have a shot on that BTR in a minute or two.
Yeah, it's definitely driving right into one of the kill zones for it.
And Victor hasn't been pulled out yet. I'm sure they got people on the lookout for it, but once this BTR starts firing, I'm sure he's going to be able to be a little bit autonomous with his decision and peek out and try and take it out.
So that Vanguard team has completely pulled off of that hill, and they're going to the open hill now to the north. They have completely left the southern flank exposed. I cannot believe this.
They definitely have just completely overreacted, and I do think that Santos may have called. He called in an attack coming from there, but I think what might have happened is he called in inaccurate numbers, because where he did just see the 1, maybe 2 people. Maybe he saw Lance Corporal Nutty and Corporal Cyrus up there on that hill. That could easily be, oh, that's a platoon element.
Something to note on Santos right now, I think he does believe that the attack's coming from here because he's guns up right now. He's looking for that 3-man team, again, not realizing that they have moved off with that BTR. Now, the real critical thing about all this is this won't mean anything if Op4 can't come in to capitalize on it. Another thing that we should note here is when Op4 goes in and captures the terminal, is there going to be a pop-up for everybody?
Yes, there will be a notification that the hack has started on, which terminal is it? That's Terminal 1.
If I was in Op4's shoes and I went into a terminal site and saw it completely empty, I would not touch it because that would give away your advantage, because that says, hey, look, everyone's over here instead. And then once they turn and actually start looking, they'll see that, there's a lot of people over there and they're going to lose that advantage.
And that's, I think, what we're happening with T5 Bay, who actually is the medic. The medic is on point.
I hate it when they do that.
I know, right? But they're pushing in here, and they're finding it completely empty. They're not believing it at first, but I think now that they understand that at the very least, this objective is completely clear.
If they get antsy and they can, if they get antsy and tip this one off, that's really going to skew things. But if they play this right and assess what Blue 4 has done here, they can send off one of the 2 elements that they've got at this terminal site to the other and do a simultaneous hack. With that, both of the terminals will start to go up. They can use the force that's already in the trees to move that onto the flank as the main Blue 4 defense starts going out, but it looks...
there it is.
You overestimated.
Yeah, so I mean, Blue 4 already sent 4 guys back to that Vanguard position. I'm seeing some shots going back and forth. Looks like one of the Op4 guys is engaging units up on the Minaret tower. That would be Wiki shooting up there. But yeah, no, the advantage is gone. We're seeing a lot of movement along Blue 4. They're redeploying their units now to face the south. Really, even though Op4 had the opening here, they didn't have any units to kind of say, hey, they're redeploying off of XYZ. Also, the BTR or MG is now firing up on that Minaret tower as well. But if Op4 had something to give them intel on Blue 4's positions, like a scout or something way off on the flank, then they might have been able to capitalize. But I'm not surprised they didn't, because, how would they have known?
I do think what will happen is the large group will be pulled back into this forest, and maybe this D2 group here for Op4 is going to be sent out to get that secondary terminal.
They got to be careful, though, because they Blue 4 is now re-garrisoning that fortified vanguard position. They do have M240 Bravos with 7.62, and that can easily kill the Russian players off if they're caught in the open. And that trek from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2 does have a lot of openings here.
It does
Now-
have a lot of openings, but one of the things that First Lieutenant Anderson is really good at is he's very good at keeping us cool under pressure. And
I'm sorry, we do have a casualty on Blue 4. One of the mechs just went down near Victor Reznov's position. I do believe they have spotted that javelin gunner because the BTR to the north
Yeah,
is
there's his
focusing
dead body.
hard on that position. It kept Victor Reznov suppressed for, I'd say, close to a minute of just straight machine gun fire, and the medic now is down over there.
Now the Vanguard position is set up a 240. It's suppressing that MG position. The LCPL, he got hit a few times in the leg. PKM returning fire. BTR now coming very close. They got to be careful because it's going to start getting into M136 range, and there are a lot of them on these Blue 4 guys.
Mm-hmm.
But there is enfilading fire going on that Vanguard position. Someone far, I believe it might be Wiki again. Nope, it's Quigley. He is, let's see, he's armed with an SVD. He is trying to get marksman shots on him, but he is delivering some nice flanking shots in this enfilading fire, and he just got a hit on Foos S there, and he's forced him to reposition.
now I'm a little curious as to why the second BTR hasn't been brought into this fight.
I'm thinking it's being kept on reserve because they don't want to. If I was in the Op 4's position for their ground command, if I knew the enemies had javelins, I would prioritize getting rid of them before committing my BTRs because you never know.
Stauffenberg has taken a number of shots from that marksman. It's able to keep him suppressed. I think they do know the vector where those shots are coming in from, but.
By the way, Ideen, who was the PKP gunner from the looks of it, from that one little BTR team, he is down. He's not dead, though, so they just lost a lot of their firepower on that Vanguard position.
Yeah, Ideen. Oh, he just woke back up, so he will survive for now. Looks like they're popping smoke and going to try and reposition, possibly using that BTR. Would probably be their best bet.
Like, Lieutenant Anderson is GLing the Blue 4 defensive position, the Delta 1 position, with very accurate GLs.
Now, what's interesting is if you look back towards Terminal 3,
Ooh.
I'm seeing a good 12 to 15 plus of Red 4 pushing up through that forest. They know what's going on. They're not going to try and push to Terminal 2. They're trying to go for Terminal 3. They're going to take this head on. And we do have Santos further to their northwest, looking in or in that jungle. I don't know if he's keeping eyes out or if he's just waiting to hear orders, but he's moving in, and he should be able to see some of those Red 4 now.
Blue 4 has spotted the, Hold on. Victor, the Javelin guy's dead. He started taking pot shots at the Op 4 guys that were coming in, and someone just headshotted him and knocked the Javelin gunner out.
That is unfortunate, especially now that the second BTR is actually moving into the AO here, and it is beginning to open up on that far flank of Blue 4.
That enfilading fire. I just want to point out the enfilading fire on the Blue 4 position between the machine gun and the BTR, and now that Dean is back up. It's beautiful watching those tracers coming on both sides, because Blue 4 does not know what to do here. I've seen them dig even more trenches now to try to cover themselves from it, but it is definitely a mess for Blue 4 right now.
I think
Also,
making them targets, yeah.
Santos is coming in on the forest. He is now back here. He just got shot twice, though, by Carlson. And
yeah, he tried to take some pot shots, but I don't think he was very effective at all. And he's been spotted out by Carlson, who is a little bit away from the rest of the force. But you have Ramirez, Chuplis, Drake, Nielsen, a good squad's worth of infantry looking directly at his position. Looks like Santos is going to try and pop smoke and withdraw, but if Red 4's, they're shooting GPs at him. If they're able to push up to him quick enough, they're going to catch him out, and it's not going to even be a contest.
The Vanguard position is trying to do its best to get eyes on, but they're being shot at by two machine guns. I'm hearing that BTR, second one, is now suppressing that position as well. they gotta pretty much dislocate here, leave that position because it's just a big target at this point.
Santos is trying to take some down with him. Looks like he's going to be holding this position and not trying to withdraw. Which I think is his best bet. Take his as I say that, he turns around and takes his tail between his legs and tries to get out of here.
By the way, that first BTR is moving around. It's going on a different flank. Whether or not it's going to try to hunt Santos or it's trying to keep that Minaret tower locked down, I do not know.
Let's see if we can find who picked up that javelin, because just because it's down does not mean it's out of the fight.
So some random 249 gunner on Blue 4 who was off on his own by the forest just got dunked on. And that javelin's still up in the Minaret tower. No one's picked it up.
Hoyt's he's looking at the assistant missile man, I think trying to get the ammo for it, but he's not sure of where it is. Is he going up in the minaret? Maybe not. If he does go up in there, he'll be able to find it pretty easily, but that's yet to be seen.
I think there's a little bit of fear about the Minaret Tower because it has been so heavily suppressed.
Meanwhile, there is a KIA at the Blue 4 Vanguard position. They're just suppressed by that BTR. And without that javelin... Hold on. Hoyt is now up there. I think he's trying to pick it up. But he can't walk past the body on the tower. He's got to move his dead friendly aside. Oh, nope, he's got the javelin.
He's got it.
Another goes down for the... on the Vanguard for Blue 4. Strathenberg goes down. He's down but not dead. They're smoking the position right now, trying to pull out.
I saw another shot go in his ass as that happened, but I think Frosty's going to try to medic him up. Meanwhile, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name.
To his west. Oh, no. I think it's hunting him. Go ahead, Liru. Sorry.
Sorry. No, they just have a guy doing some blind suppression because Frosty was trying to pick up Slathen. He got him up, and now they're going to probably pull off of that position. You already see Pierce trying to move back, but whether the rest of this group follows is anyone's guess. We also still have this three-man team back here. I am seeing them fling some GLs over in that position. It looks like Dean is bending over, and they're bipoding on... Look at this. He's literally standing on Dean, and now they've got the bipod gun as he floats up there.
Oh my god. That's beautiful.
That is a little cheeky, though.
That's a little gamey in my opinion, but
a little bit,
I mean they're
like
trying to make him they're trying to make it look like he's standing on somebody, but I mean they did have Dean move away for Cyrus to get under him as they deployed the bipod, but that's hilarious.
That is Cyrus and Nutty Person. That is incredible, in my opinion.
So by the way, that Vanguard position's down to 4. I don't know who died, but
Santos is still up. He's still trying to take pot shots. That BTR is about 50 meters away from him, and he's still trying to take pot shots. The mad lad.
Yeah, that BTR is gonna hone in on his position though. He does not have that much time left.
Gunner is looking at the tree that he's behind, but I don't think he sees him yet.
He was able to hit Ramirez. He is down but not dead. And Santos just backed up. Nope, he's still behind that tree, and that BTR is hunting him. He does not have a lot of time left.
One of the trees. He just doesn't know which tree.
Also, Blue 4 was in a bunker position watching the southwest. They have ditched that because now you're seeing Op 4 putting some AT rounds in it, so smart play there.
We do have an element from Red 4 going towards Terminal 2. They're clearing it out nice and slow, but they'll be able to take that pretty soon as well.
So meanwhile, the position that May and Ehoid are on, they got to be careful because that could easily be flanked from that Op 4 position to the north, but the northern Op 4 position is still concerned about the remnant from that Vanguard position and are still suppressing.
Santos is able to scratch one. That is his first kill in this position. But
Montgomery charging him, though, and he goes down.
Yeah, that is a dead, not down.
I will say, I think I know what the plan is here for Op 4. I think that them moving that Vanguard back into town is actually the best thing that they're going to hope for here, because I do believe what they're trying to do is corral them into this cache site and move them there so that way they can envelop the contact on all sides.
So if you
Absolutely. And I'm sorry, I just witnessed something amazing. If you look at the BTR to the west of Blue Force position, you may see a crater. One of the combat engineers tried to, they had a mine or a depth block or something laid down there
Yep.
about 10 meters in front of the BTR, and they misjudged that. It was way away from that position, and it wasn't even scratched.
I was just about to call that out too. The BTR somehow spotted whatever was there and was able to back away last second, just as the charge went off.
To explode.
Incredible. I mean, this is
Yeah,
just
right. Winter.
perfect,
I don't think it's gonna happen though.
adjustment and what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, they're working on the fly. They're adjusting to what blue.
Hold up. Sorry to interrupt you, Barbarian. Look at Hoyt. He's looking for the freaking southern BTR, but if he were to literally turn around to the north right now, he'd have a perfect shot on the other BTR. Hold up. He just looked over there. Oh no, he's getting shot by a BTR!
He's still alive, but he's probably gonna get executed by that BTR.
Oh,
Bad news.
that's
And
gotta
there we go.
suck. I mean, so even though there was a feint up there, I was calling out that this position could easily be flanked by those guys on north, but instead the BTR came in. Norse trying to hide behind the dead body, but he goes down too. And I mean, May here can't even see the BTR through the tree, but holy crap.
And now we have an element of Red 4 pushing up on this position.
Yep.
May, well, grenade goes over.
Ooh, grenades right by Wheaton.
Ooh, one landed right on him. He's crippled.
And May is suppressed. Norse is down. That javelin is effectively out of the fight. The BTR is moving now, but I feel like it should stay there and just watch that javelin.
Yep. No, it's a good thing he moved, though, because Olaf does have an M136. Oh, but he's got a perfect shot on that BTR, but he misses! He goes right over it! Oh! Oh, that was his only AT, and I don't see anyone else with a stick around here. Oh, hold up. There is a chance with Give Me Your Milk. What a name. He is looking for it. And he gets the hit on it, but is the BTR...
It's smoking.
It is cooking.
That's it. That'll be an engine kill on the BTR.
Oh, and May was going for a flank, he jumped off the two-story building and tried to do a flank on Ramirez and Chuplis, but was caught in the back.
Nielsen
by Drake
throwing
and
that
just
grenade.
couldn't be executed.
I just watched Nielsen almost kill himself with his own grenade. He threw it to try to force Wheaton back, and then he went in as it was about to go off.
Drake throws a grenade, but strong arms it a...
It was a smoke grenade.
Now here's a couple more, and they get Wheaton.
Wheaton takes a bit of shrapnel right to the cerebral cortex, and he goes down.
Now get this, Op 4 is now on Blue 4's vanguard position, firing with an auto rifle. They're also getting the BTR up there. And now they're firing into Blue 4 defensive positions and catching them on the flank. That is...
One of the BTRs did go down.
Yep, that was to a M136 shot by Give Me Your Milk after Olaf missed his.
Oh, right.
But this is pretty much effectively perfect for Op 4 now. They've got all of Blue 4 corralled into a very small position. They have complete control over high ground and any type of base of fire position that can be set up. And from here, it's just picking off solo targets and assaulting this base. They're just completely enveloping the contact that they know about here and just working it over.
Yeah, especially with them being sandwiched. The BTR on the east is acting... I mean, it's almost even between the amount of infantry on the west and the volume of fire that the BTR can produce from on the east. It's just a matter of time before just the sandwich collapses on Blue 4 and takes them out.
I want to see May wake up by these 4 dudes medicing, because then Chupis is going to level into him with the PKM. Oh, they're double tapping.
As you say that. I mean, they're still up, but May is not going to wake up from that.
No, after getting mag dumped like that, no.
So we have 12 people left on Blue 4. I'm seeing 6 alone by Terminal 3, outnumbering them 2 to 3. Another squad size element to the west and the fire team to the east. WOP 4, and we still have Ideen and Cyrus up there, still doing their little cheeky idea. Actually, no, they're not, but I digress.
Still, what's even more heartbreaking for the Blue 4 here is that Op 4 has managed to corral the largest defense in a completely separate compound from the terminal.
Yep.
Yes, that is very true. Where they have all those ESCOs set up, they're now effectively suppressed in this little house where they're taking MG fire from one side and MG fire from the other.
Night Owl, not sure what was there if he was trying to double tap, but a little bit of blue on blue.
And we're having this red 4 element now push into where that javelin is now. About 4 or 5 dudes pushing in. We got pads here as the last remaining blue 4 in this specific part of the compound. Carson's pushing up.
Oh, Carson deciding to throw a grenade. Manages to get the kill, though. Whew.
One of the
Very
240s
nice.
for the blue 4 goes down.
Boston fires a GP at Carlson, but the minimum safe distance engages and the round doesn't explode.
I just watched Pearson get on the rooftop of a building and get immediately cut down by that BTR. Those 3 blue 4 guys are pretty much boxed in. It's going to be up to Carpenter and Logan and Boston to keep that terminal safe. Boston
takes down Carlson.
Gets a double kill right there. They're not dead, but he did put a lot of rounds in both of them by jumping up. That's a really good spot to be in because it lets him peek over. Ramirez throwing a grenade, but it is far.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what
and now
Carlson and Herb as well. Boston was firing on them.
Oh!
Somehow Bay gets the kill, even though he was completely in the open. He has to be hurt from that, though.
Oh,
I've
he's
seen
hurt.
damage
He's
on his
bleeding
legs.
all over the place.
Yep.
But now Ramirez and Bay will be able to push up into the compound and as well as the rest of the Red 4 element here and work on Logan and Chief Carpenter.
Might do
Not
Warhammer
confused
tomorrow.
with
Don't know
Captain
yet.
Contractor. That's a joke literally only for Liru.
Why'd you bring up Captain Contractor?
Because Chief Carpenter and Captain.
Gotcha.
As
So anyway-
Chief Carpenter throws a grenade in the alleyway, thinking that Red 4 is there, but they are nowhere to be seen.
Watching Indigo also suppress into that blue 4 house. There's only 3 of them left. A lot of the dudes in here are dead, unfortunately. There's bandages all across the floor. And this position is effectively suppressed because I don't see anyone alive with a machine gun. Nope, scratch that. There is one with a 240, but they're pinned from that BTR. They've got infantry coming close to their position, and they also had other infantry, specifically Indigo, looking into there. So I think they're pretty much down for the count. Maybe Olaf and Give can go off and flank something, but they've also got to be careful because they're back to Cyrus and Dean are on that Overwatch position now, popping GP25 ammunition, but it did hit close to friendly Op 4 position, so they got to be careful. But otherwise, again, it's just going to be down to Carpenter and Logan here to hold off what is essentially going to be 2 squads worth of infantry.
Mm-hmm. And they're, I think, playing it about as best they can. Carpenter is on the lowest of low stances, watching the crack under the door for any signs of Op 4 even approaching. And Logan is just holding the corner close with that M16.
Arf, that's a good position he's in. Unfortunately, he's very easily grenadable because of that doorway. But you're right, Carpenter has a really good spot, but if someone pops a grenade in from that window, he's also incredibly laid out and exposed, so...
Yeah, I think right now it's just a matter of, nothing's going to be perfect. Do the best with what they can, and right now they have 2 men with rifles. Watch the ingress points, deal with anyone who tries to come in, and then if they get found out, then worry about the windows and grenades coming in. But it's just a matter of worrying about what they can worry about.
So Montgomery throwing a smoke grenade over. He's throwing another smoke grenade over. Don't know what he's planning with those. A 3rd smoke grenade going over. And you have Ramirez spraying up at Olaf's position, who's in the market. He could easily get flanked by Dean, though, and it happens. Cyrus shoots Olaf and knocks him out.
Now, something interesting happening back in Terminal 3.
Milk now looking up. Oh, Montgomery's going in.
And
Montgomery
Logan did that
barely winning that fight, or excuse me, Logan barely winning that fight. Montgomery goes down, but he sprayed his bullets all over the place, not keeping him on target, and unfortunately took a lot of damage for that. That forced Logan to pull out. Got a grenade right on Ramirez.
Oh, but Logan moves while firing, but the grenade saves him.
Saves him. That's amazing. So we got Anderson going around the flank. Jamia also going. So they gotta be careful. Bay now flanking over and manages to get Logan down. It is up to Carpenter.
What a maneuver.
It is up to Carpenter, but we've seen many. Oh god.
Oh, was that a debt block? Or
That was a debt block. I guess to take out the walls, Carson wanted to put that down so he can now breach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think everyone was informed about that. Otherwise, Ramirez wouldn't have vaulted that wall. So I'm going to state this publicly to you guys because my chat's asking a lot of questions about RHS Russian body armor. Friday Night Fights, they have a custom mod. I actually looked at it where they change the config ratios of the armors so it's all even. So even though it's Russians versus US, they all have the same armor ratings.
That is correct. So, and with the medical settings,
Carlson just won the game.
Absolutely. So,
Carpenter was distracted by T5 and R. Sorry, go ahead, Barb.
No, you're absolutely right. He got distracted. He got shot in the back of the head, and that's going to be essentially the game. But to bring that up, yes, the custom conflicts that they have here at Friday Night Fights does mean that the damage models are similar, if not exactly, for each other. So you will see troops, or players take a number of shots before they go down, but that will be interesting. Or sorry, that will be equal. And what
Staff is running back. Sorry to cut you off because he's coming in.
Go ahead. That's what I was. It is interesting. Is Stathenberger trying to fix the game for Blue 4?
I think he just has to touch the terminal, right? So he's got 1 minute to do it. He's going to run right in. Bay's right there, though. Not looking. Wait, but he didn't clear his corner. Staff, if he cleared the corner, would have gotten a shot on Bay because Bay was looking at his friend's body at the time. How did he miss that? He must have immediately taken a right turn. Oh, and Frosty coming and getting killed too, but wow.
Things that happen when you're trying to panic, when that
Yeah.
blowing, and we've got 40 seconds left in this game to try and salvage it. Things start getting a little fuzzy.
Mm-hmm. You
Meanwhile,
make the mistakes under pressure.
With the last 15 seconds, I think in terms of Blue 4, the MVP is Alfie, who has stayed AFK in the spawn zone the entire time.
I am just surprised that nobody has shot him.
I don't know how he's still alive.
What's
Yeah, I didn't even notice Alfie was AFK, and he has a stick. He could have been great against the remaining BTR.
Anyway, my point is, if you want to play to win and survive in this game, I mean, he's one of 2 Blue 4 guys still alive. Nope, he's the last Blue 4 guy alive, because Milk just got killed by Quigley. So, if you want to play to succeed, play like Alfie. I think he's the true winner here. Didn't even get shot.
Nope, not even an
Absolutely amazing.
So, wow, that just went absolutely textbook for Op4 there at the end. Now, the one thing I will say is, because I do have a little bit of insider knowledge, this next one is going to be an experimental round. There will only be 2 rounds tonight for FNF because this next one is slated to last somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours, because it's, I believe, the first FNF mission with respawns.
Oh my lord! Well, I'm glad we got you in here tonight, Liru. Can you tell us anything more about it before we get into brief?
That is all that I know about it. I do believe that Martin will address the up and coming mission. So I think the best bet is just to head up into brief.
Yes, let's do that.
So, as we do that, I should have given some more time and started the stream before the brief to talk to you guys. So, how are you doing? How are you enjoying this? This is something I've been
how you think it should.
thinking about doing
Book me in Discord or something.
every Friday, maybe every other Friday. It's a nice break just to watch people kill each other. You know what I mean?
different style, seeing if this works for FNF. So if you're not into testing stuff, then or if,
I'm having
if you
fun.
really need like something that
Yes, they're
this
locked
isn't
to
really
first
tried and
person.
true, like the normal stuff that we do. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about it. If it's quick, there's another mission that we can run after this,
It's
or
fun
if
to
something
play
breaks out or
sports
breaks, we can run
commentating.
another mission after this.
This is fun. I like it.
But hopefully that won't happen.
Yeah, it is going to be a
Thanks,
learning curve, Carp.
Thanks, Biz.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. We'll go ahead and do this. So the communities really don't have to play the same side all night. Let's get CSC and AA on Op4. Let's get 29th and 2nd
Any drinks to
on
watch the pit
Blue
fights?
4.
Next time I do this, I'll get some no, we'll do some Vikings blood made. Get me swashed.
Wait,
I mean, commentating is
I guess
Zeusating. I mean, that's an
forgot to
element
put
of
in the
Zeusating is
description, so this is a
commentating.
Blue 4
So
attack and a Op4
practice makes
defense.
perfect.
So whoever the platoon leader is for defense,
Yeah,
just,
B3, go ahead.
make sure that
Excuse me.
you've got a decent connection, because you have to create the objectives. They aren't pre-made. So that's easy though. It's just clicking on the map.
Question.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of auxiliary things here. What is the actual objective? Is it generate
It's sectors.
control sectors
Right.
and then to capture them?
Yep, you gotta capture them in order. So what happens is the defending platoon lead has 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of the mission, to place the objectives down. They just click on the map, 4 objectives, place them down, and then once they're done with that, everyone will be able to see them, and then you go. So it has to be done in order. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4.
Yeah, right, Lobo. Hope you can join it.
Break. Second, can you all fill? I need the second MRB to fill in 2 fire teams, not just the one.
Go Bravo.
Let's give him a warm welcome.
All right, let's get everybody slotted, and then we'll go through the questions. All right. Let's get 1 RW on Op4.
Little intermission. From the looks of it, even teams are going to be
Centaur be on
testing
Op4?
stuff with multiple
Centaur
respawns,
can be on
so
Op4.
it should be interesting.
Yeah, Drake, that's fine. Let's put 242 on Blue.
Erwin Smith, what about him?
And Indigo, would you like to take leadership again?
Hell yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Cool. Can I get an admin to slot Staff Sergeant Mannerheim as the team leader, Alpha 2?
B3,
Actually,
you
Bridges-
can use my email.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it this
That's
way.
on YouTube, or you can message me on Discord, but I'm not really taking any op ideas
Alrighty,
right
let me
now.
get FK.
I'm very backed up
on
on a lot of
Op4.
things I want to do, so
Let me get the Acadian member on Op4.
I don't have anything to listen to. So, reference, excuse me.
Night Owl, you can go Op4. Let's see. Ideen, you're an individual player?
Yeah.
Go ahead and come Blue.
Oh, can't select.
Can somebody slot Ideen on Blue 4 for me somewhere? Just one of the open slots. Alfie, are you a individual player?
He's with AA, but I think he's still AFK.
Okay. And then Arid F, are you an individual player?
I'm trying to get him on prop areas. He's good.
That guy that spoke, by the way, just
Okay,
now,
Can I
he
get
has
one
such a
member of
sexy
Centaur
voice.
to come Blue?
I love sexy voices. I wish my voice was that sexy.
Alright, I guess that's me.
Come on, Boston. You can fill in the Alpha if you want.
Oh boy.
I don't sound so thrilled. All right, I need a volunteer for Op4 platoon lead.
Wow.
You got it.
Does an AA? Oh, Frosty took it. Okay. Martin, you're on Op 4 to show them the objectives and
That
whatnot.
quote
Cool.
is still relevant
Cool, cool, cool.
today. Ay, ay, ay.
Alrighty, so real quick, let's get the
Excuse me.
platoon leaders to get their platoons together, and then we can field the questions, because I'm sure there's still many. So, 60 seconds on the
Make 'em
clock.
sing
Indigo,
Country
go
Road, yeah, right.
Indigo. Go ahead and put your platoon together.
Blake, team lead?
Sure. But I want to lat.
Alright, let me get at least one pilot.
Oh god, Bloodwind's still here and read that. Whoops.
Is there, so I know vehicle locks were a thing in the past. Can anyone pick up a vehicle so if we get one, they can shift?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you abandon it and
Okay,
an enemy
cool.
finds it, then yeah, they can get in it.
Well, sure, I just wanted to make sure we didn't require crew.
Yeah.
I need one pilot. Who can fly on Blue 4?
MG team. 2
What are we
MG
flying?
teams.
Okay,
and
Archer,
one
good
big
luck.
crew, one
Otherwise, we are good.
Okay. Let's get Frosty. 60 seconds on the clock. Get your platoon together.
Alright, let's get all those Delta 3 1RW guys. Can I bump you guys down to the MAT team, please?
Yeah?
Delta 3, so it's back and starting back.
Yeah, so I don't know what Op 4's
awesome.
AT is gonna be, but we'll see.
Alright, I am happy.
Alright, good
Bye,
deal. All
Boo.
right,
I'm still gonna
so
text you.
Before we go to map screen, I know there were questions. Does anybody want to ask them now, or do you want to see it on the map screen?
Map screen.
I'm gonna be right back.
Alrighty, let's push it to map screen.
Just listen to them.
50 players in lobby, 11 players view or 11 people viewing the actual document.
This is going to be enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a good. Hopefully, it's all intuitive for the most part. It should be. There's really not a whole lot you need to know. If you're attacking, make your way to the zones. If you're defending, defend the zones. That's really all you need to know.
Good God, Martin, what kind of virus are you giving us today?
A lot of scripting.
Bitcoin miner.
And that, yeah.
The famous armor Bitcoin miners.
Has Doom in it. Can this mission run Doom?
Let's give him a warm welcome.
Wrong. Can this mission run Crisis?
Hey, Parks.
Fruition.
What was the name of that development curve that you mentioned with blood alcohol content?
What?
What?
Sounds like
No.
you reached it.
No, I swear he
Break.
mentioned something
Got
last
it,
week.
break. Break.
Alrighty, Martin, give us a brief.
Alright, so what you can see on the map right now, you can see the zone. Obviously, you gotta stay in the zone. If you're in a helicopter, you should be fine to go outside the zone. So there are two base markers. So one's red, one's blue. One is yours, one's the enemy. You cannot go into the enemy base, you will die. So what's going to happen right at the start, the defending platoon lead is going to have 10 minutes to create the objectives. It's going to be 4 sectors, and they are created like the first one is closer to the attacking base, the second one is farther away, the third is even farther, and the fourth is going to be closer to the defending base. So they can choose where they want it, but it's within a certain zone. So that should be intuitive to the platoon lead. Yep, there's 2 factories that you use to create vehicles. One's marked as a mobile factory. It's a truck that you can drive around and do whatever you want with. It's invincible. It's just a workaround for now, and the enemy can't get inside of it. The platoon lead for each team, if that truck is taken by enemy, or if it's too far away, there's a laptop that's right next to you when you spawn that you can use interaction to teleport the truck back to your base. So if the truck is way far away and there's no one around, To get it, you can teleport it back to your base if it's more than 300 meters away from the base. And then, yeah, so the mobile factory and the factory at your base, it's marked by blue VR objects. You'll see it. Those are what you use to create vehicles. They've each got a starting amount of credits, and then platoon lead, squad lead, team leads, and combat engineers can open them and spawn vehicles or fortifications or other spawn points. And then when you spawn a vehicle, it deducts the assets. As far as resupplying those credits, every 15 minutes, your base is going to get resupplied. So the main factory at your base is going to get 250 credits added, and then there's going to be a supply crate that spawns at your base. It'll be marked on the map that you can drive your factory to, and then you can add, I think it's 500 credits to your factory. So you can take your factory back to your base every 15 minutes to resupply credits. And yeah, so I guess the other important thing is that flags act as like teleporters. So essentially spawn points, but you know, they're teleporters. So in the creation factory, there's going to be a category for flags. They cost 500 credits each, and you can only have a maximum of 2 active at a time. And so you can place those down somewhere. It just can't be near a sector or near your spawn. And then your team can teleport to those as long as there are not enemies nearby. So it's intuitive. It won't let you do it. It'll tell you that there are enemies near it. And so you do those actions by a main flag that's at your base. It's going to be right next to you when you spawn. That's where all of your like teleport actions are going to be assigned to. Defenders, you can teleport to the zones as long as there are not enemies nearby. During safe start, you can teleport to the zones and then back to your base. So you can go to the zone, check it out, fortify stuff, and then head back to your base. Once safe start ends, you won't be able to teleport back to your base, but you can still teleport to the zones as long as there are not enemies within like a kilometer of the zone, I think. I mean, I know it's a lot to take in, but the doc is there. Hopefully everything is intuitive. Really all you need to know, use the creation factories to spawn vehicles, and there are transport vehicles at the base already that spawn whenever they die. So if you just want to use those, you can. And I think that's it. Oh, also, if you find an enemy flag, you can go up to it and you can destroy it, and then it will spawn you supplies that you can then take to your creation factory, your mobile factory. So all of that, you know, hopefully it works exactly as you would expect it to work in any other game. Everything should be intuitive, but the Google Doc is there for those who need it. Respawns are enabled. Defenders respawn every 10 minutes in a wave, so you'll have an average of a 5-minute respawn time if you're in defense. Attackers is 5-minute respawn time in a wave, so you'll have an average of 2.5 minutes, and then you'll spectate when you're dead.
Alrighty. Do I have questions, and I'm saying this very specifically, do I have questions from our platoon leaders?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Red, do you want to go first?
All right. The spawning flags, are they gonna be like some kind of 3D object I can move around? Can I move them once I place them? Then how do I place? Like, how's it gonna look placing them? Like, do I do it from the map screen, or do I do it from like
So
in-game?
the flags you get from one of the creation factories, because given that you can't place them inside of your base, you'll be grabbing them from the mobile factory. You know, so you take your mobile factory out to somewhere to set up a base, and then you know, you spawn a flag. So you interact with the creation factory. And again, this is all going to be intuitive once you get to it. It's using the R3F logistics systems for those of you who are familiar with that script package. So, and then what was your other question?
Can I move them once I place them?
No, you can send them back to the factory and you'll get a full refund. But once you place an object, you can't move it. But what you can do is you can send it back to your factory if the factory is close to it. and then you can replace it. So stuff like that. So it's just to prevent people from like moving shit in combat and like doing dumb shit like that. So.
All right, Indigo.
Okay. The creation factory, the mobile factory is a movable, drivable truck, correct?
Right. Yep.
And it can be teleported back if it goes too far.
Yep.
Can a flag that has been overrun by enemies be despawned in order to allow the creation of another one?
Not by your team. The enemies can destroy it, and they are incentivized to do so because they get supplies out of it. But they can't be destroyed by you. But that is a good idea to maybe add in the future.
Okay.
So.
Who's defending? Is it blue 4 or red 4?
It's red.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that changes things.
All right. For the sake of time, Op 4, you have Martin on your team, so he'll be able to run you through the technical stuff. If any of the platoon leaders at any point during the safe start period have any questions or are stuck, we will get in touch with Martin, and he will help us through our plague. Other than that, we're going to get this shindig on the road. Hopefully
One other crucial thing, how to contact an admin.
Just hit me up in Discord. That's the best way to do it. So.
All right.
All right, we're going to get this shindig on the road. Hopefully it's a good style and everyone enjoys it. We'll see. Please give us your feedback, as it is a very necessary aspect of the event. And without further ado, round 2 of FNF starts right now.
All right, so this is gonna be interesting.
All right, that's a lot to take in.
What are you talking
I
about?
say that a lot when I'm with you, but it really is a lot to take in.
When you're with me, fuck no. We never say that. But I'm flattered by the fact you think 2 inches is a lot to take in. So.
Well, it's 2 inches long and like a foot wide,
Right.
Anyway, so I messaged you that doc that they were talking about. Are you familiar with Squad, the game Squad?
Yes.
All right, so the best that I can decipher, it's like RAAS in Squad, but not so random. So blue 4 is attacking, red 4 is defending, like an invasion style scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Red 4 is picking their spots. It is not marked on map yet. They get to pick where that they will be defending, and they have 30 minutes to set this up. Holy shit! Yeah, get some coffee or something, because this is gonna be a while.
Yeah.
So they're going to be defending it. They have supplies given to each base every 15 minutes.
I think your mic just crapped out, friendo.
Hello, test?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, I had the mic button down for a minute, so. But yeah, the I don't know what supplies they'll be able to spawn in the field, what supplies they'll be able to spawn at base, or the difference between the two, but sounds like it's definitely going to take a while. You have any thoughts on the concept?
I'm debating going downstairs and getting some ingredients for Korean iced coffee.
I'm feeling some coffee as well.
I'll BRB. Give me 2 minutes. Entertain my stream. I gotta go.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some iced coffee.
Yeah, you go make iced coffee, then you come back. I'll go make some coffee. All right. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Back in 2 minutes.
So, hi viewers on Liru's stream. This is Barbear. All right. Hopefully you guys on Liru's stream can hear me, because my stream just crapped out for some reason. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, yes, I am here. Liru is not. Liru is getting iced coffee. I don't know what happened. Like, everything else was fine, but my This is a very interesting thing. We still have 27 minutes on the clock, and I'm still in awe at this whole like concept. Again, this was hold on one sec. This whole concept was a meg and a half, 1.6 megabytes allegedly of pure scripting. I'm sure they placed down some things like this building here and probably some infrastructure stuff over at Red 4, but like, or sorry, over. Yeah, a meg and a half of just scripting. I mean, I don't know. Let me pull up Liru's chat and I can see what some of the questions that y'all are asking over there. Although if you were really cool, you would come over to my stream at twitch.tv/barbarianweeb. But I will be the bigger man and come over to Liru's stream and see what's going on there. And I forgot to fucking re-enable or re-disable fucking Discord shit. Anyway, yes, very shameless plug, Malavech. If it's not in the multi, here, 1 second. I gave Liru a multi because he likes when I give him multis, but I guess he didn't want me. He didn't take the multi that I gave him. Oh, he did give the multi. Thank you, Reaper's Insanity 2019. Great name. It's Barbarian, not Bavarian Ionic. Fuck off. I get that shit enough from Liru. Anyway, so yeah, we have some fucking crazy shit going on here. I mean, just... I'd love to see some of these positions that Red Force... Oh, so this is how it looks. They do set it up. They set it up. Looks like this castle here was already... Yes, I remember this castle. This castle was already here, and they're going to be defending this. This is a great position, I think. A little bit exposed, and they're not going to be able to defend it at distance. But if they're able to hold some of these natural choke points, like this opening, this entranceway, and have utilize the tower. Again, if you were watching my stream, you would know what I'm talking about. But I digress. I'm astounded by this level of scripting. Yeah, multi's a little funky, but... So the second zone they picked is this kind of farmstead over here. Actually, the center is right here on this little mound. Not entirely sure how well that's going to play out, but not a awful...
Barb. Okay.
Yes.
Here's the deal. I'm sure whatever you were talking about was super duper interesting, but if you don't mind, I need to go to voice activation for a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so my name's Liru. We need a good shot here. Let's stare at Op 4. Actually, no, we were just staring at Op 4. We're gonna go stare at Blue 4. Blue 4 making their plans, made a zone 1, a zone 2. Awesome, cool. Let's now look at what Blue 4 is doing. Interesting note is that they do have little birds instead of MI8s. So, you know, they've got sea cows compared to, at least Op 4 is sea cows compared to the maneuverable ability and agility of the little birds. But anyway, my name's Liru. Here's how you make Korean iced coffee. So first off, we start with 1 tablespoon of instant coffee. I sometimes like to use espresso, but that means you have to strain it afterwards. With instant coffee, yes. Shush, you're not here. But anyway, we're going to put 1 of those in. Now, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of sugar, because I like mine sweet. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of hot water. Mix it in your bowl, and now we're just going to whisk, okay? And we're going to whisk this for a good 3 to 5 minutes. I've got a big blue mixing bowl right now, and we're going to whisk this.
You're going to whisk for 3 to 5 minutes on voice activation?
I masturbate 3 times a day. This is not, it's an easy workout for me.
I don't give a shit.
Okay?
If you can do it or not. I'm astounded that you think it's okay to do this on a stream. You're gonna have this sound go for 3 to 5 fucking minutes?
You got a problem with that, Barb? All right, I'm whisking here. How about you come and help me whisk, okay?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna help you.
Come help me whisk. But anyway, as you mix these ingredients up, you're gonna notice that your the color is gonna go from a dark brown to a light brown, and it's also gonna start going from a liquid. Yeah, help me whisk. All right. Yeah. All right. Here we go. So now we got 2 guys whisking. This is going to increase the speed of how we whisk the mixture here, and it's also going to add a lot more air. That's why we're using whisk, because we want to aerate this. I don't know what to call it. I guess you could call it a batter technically, because we're going to mix it with something else. But with this,
making his baby batter.
shut the fuck up. We're whisking. God damn it, barbarian. We're going to whisk this up until it's basically a very light brown and fluffy mixture. Looks like we're still going to need another minute or 2 here. And then we're going to... Barb, why'd you stop mixing?
I'm sorry.
Help me out, goddammit!
I had to switch. I was using my weak arm. I was using my strong
I've been using the same fucking arm for the... Oh my god, his mic cut out. God damn it, Barb. Come on. Keep whisking. Keep whisking. All right? So, now we're... Like, we've got a good color here.
You. Wait, what?
What? Barb! Oh, okay, no. Bloodwind's not here anymore. Never mind. We can make those jokes. Anyway, we're just going to get it to a nice... fluffy brown. Meanwhile, I've got 2 cups of milk, and it's on ice because you want this to be cold here. So, now normally the recipe calls for we would literally take this mixture we're making and we would pour it in the milk. Or I guess like plop it in since it's not really a liquid anymore. It's like a.
You're gonna plop it right in there.
Shut the fuck up, barbarian. I'm sorry, he's a pervert. I can't handle it. He sends me tit drops all the time, and I totally like it. But we're gonna add this to the milk. Now I prefer to whisk it in myself. I just like it all like smooth and creamy. Shut up, barbarian. I know. I'm just saying, shut up. Just no more jokes. But I'm gonna whisk the milk in. The milk is on ice, so it's extra cold. Because I also don't like putting the ice in the final product because it gets in the way of drinking it, and I don't like that. Also, I didn't bring a glass for this, so I'm literally gonna drink it from this giant blue jug. Okay, Barb, stop mixing. We don't want to overbeat it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So now we're gonna pour the milk in.
Overbeat you.
Shut up, barbarian. Anyway, pour the milk in. Nice and slow. Can you hear that, Barb? You hear that milky goodness going in?
Upset. You know why I'm
There we go.
upset?
Why?
You know why I'm upset? Because you gained viewers, I lost viewers.
Anyway, Reaper's giving me $1 with attached to it. I don't know what that means. All I've learned today is that I'm a better streamer than Barb. But anyway, now we're going to mix this together. It's going to get nice and frothy. Also, it's going to mix evenly with every... Shut up, barbarian! Anyway, I'm going to call this Shut Up Barbarian now. But we're just going to mix this in. It's going to aerate. We're going to get a nice bit of froth with it. Really work it here because you want it to get nice and even. All with the same hand. And it's ready to go. I'm going to now take a sip. That's some good shit. And then, you know, I hate it when I'm drinking something a little bit, you know, gets on the side of the glass and goes down. So I just like to take my tongue and fill it up on the side. So, you know, I'd hate for it to drip down on my little woodwork here, you know. Well, you gotta run your tongue up just nice and slowly. Make sure you get every little bit, you know. Really work it like, you know, it's just so satisfying. You shut up, barbarian.
Okay, I made jokes. I didn't make like sexual moaning.
Anyway, that's how you make Korean iced coffee. It's really simple recipe. It tastes great. And if you're below 18 and you have any questions, just ask your parents. Anyway, what's gone on in this operation, Barbarian? Wow, look at that. We have zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. Op 4 is already deployed to zone 1 here. I'm trying to adjust my camera, but yeah, there we go. Anyway, looks like they've picked a castle to defend. Castle Zub. Yeah, what?
I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
Now that you've made your coffee, I'm going to make my coffee. Now,
okay.
I have to steal all my viewers because I know that you're the better streamer, and I'll be back here in just a minute.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you...
I'm going to take another sip here.
What?
It's good shit. All right. Now that we've gotten that out of the way and we're alone, how is everyone in chat? I have no idea what we're doing. Like, I knew the other operations, but I don't know this one. But that's okay. Op 4 is just going to defend a bunch of zones. As Blue 4, it takes them over. Also, for this one, I will be hitting the P button to see tracers, because who doesn't like to watch where the bullets fly? And we still have 17 minutes of waiting around till this gets set up. So, yeah. How you guys doing? Am I feeling all right? I'm okay. I'm all right. Why do you ask? I'm just enjoying my time here. We good old coffee. I'm literally drinking out of a giant blue mixing bowl right now. So some good shit. Is Blood come around? What does that mean? I don't think Bloodwing's still around. I know it's essentially squad, so you know, squad and Arma. I'm making Daisy and Arma. You got their Titan Gunner down here, which is the equivalent of the Javelin, because with RHS and Ace, the Titans and the Javelin essentially become all in the same for their weapon systems. Oh, Bloodwing's texting Reese at me. That's never a good sign. Yeah, she went offline. Her phone was overheating, and she wasn't watching from her monitor. And I bought her I made her computer, so I don't know why she's not watching on that. Maybe she's using her computer for more Nekopara or Melty's Quest. Who knows? What do you mean I like my coffee too much? Actually, I only drank this. I've only had it 3 times in the past few weeks, but I normally only drink it when I need to get work done. So, usually only once a month, I would say at most, unless it's like really stressful. Like finals, I'll be constantly drinking that stuff. Oh yeah, JFax and Nekopara. Nah, true Nekopara is when you can convince a bunch of your female friends to do a massive cosplay with you. Oh, and then there's the Neko. There's the Neko Palace story. We don't need to tell that one. But as these guys go around, we'll be commentating what they do, watching them kill each other, talking with Barbarian. He's gonna go make coffee, but we'll see how things go. So, how is chat doing, since I'm also entertaining Barbarian's chat? By the way, if you're in Barbarian's chat and you want to come chill with us, we are in the multi-Twitch. I'm not sure if he deployed that anywhere. I wouldn't outright, like, steal his viewership, but by all means, if he doesn't have the multi-Twitch publicly available, you can just come onto my channel, hit !multi, and you can watch everybody in both on the ground and on stream, and we can have one whale of a time. JFax, I'm not even going to repeat that. That is a bit too lewd for my taste. Then again, I did just do a bunch of whisking with my right hand, which is my favorite hand to whisk with. For making coffee, you perverts. Anyway. Let's look at the other zones they pick. So Zone 1, it is basically Castle Zub. Zone 2 is all the way on the far left. I see why they're doing that. It gives a maximum distance between areas here. And it appears to be a barn complex. No, that's further back. The actual zone itself is just right next to a forest. I think because Op4 is thinking they can hug this forested area and limit the approach of Blue Forest since this is out of the area. So I can see why they would have done that, but let's see. If we were to align the zone, it's pretty much this spot. So yeah, it gives them some barn and other structures to watch right, but it's a lot of flat surface that really, they can kind of lock down where the players are going to come from, so that's good. Zone 3 is another open area. I mean, it's covered by a bit of trees to give, yeah, so little bit of cover right here. I could understand if they put it like right in the open, because then they could like hug that tree line right there and overwatch it, but this is kind of a messy zone. This is next to Starry, actually. So they can, you know, spread some units out in the town. I think that's a mistake. Having an open zone like right here, build some fortifications, but then layer your guys in the tree line wouldn't be a bad call, especially since the render distance here is only up to 1 kilometer, because the fog quickly goes down. And then the 4th zone is, oh, this is a classic complex. You know, the ones outside of the towns that have their own little perimeter walls. Not really much in terms of buildings to fortify and garrison. DayZ lets a lot of these buildings open up, but here it's just a lot of choke points, but not a lot of places to take cover from grenades and whatnot. Plus, the one little Overwatch position, there is no cover up here. It's really easy to spot something up here. So, yeah, not bad for the positions to make zones. If I was in the Op4 player base's shoes, I would have definitely picked Zub. That's a really good classic because a lot of these walls you can enhance movement on. You can build ramps to get up to these high wall areas or enhance movement climb to look over and shoot down. You can also build fortifications around and really make this a cool spot. But I would have definitely picked Zub. For the second zone, if we were to follow their strategy, I personally would have gone for Green Mountain. Because Green Mountain has this really awesome perimeter wall that you can work with. It's got a fully enterable structure in the center, and you, of course, have this giant tower that you can use to Overwatch, and you can pretty much go super high on it, if memory serves, up to these fenced off positions, and you can see everything from up here. Granted, everything can see you, but hey, it maximizes your chances of spotting stuff. So that's what I would have done for my second zone. My third zone going into here, I probably... Is that a Taru? Yeah, that is a Taru with, I think, transporting their command vehicle. But third zone, I probably would have, I mean, just looking at everything here, it's tough to choose, but I would have either gone for an open zone up here to be a curveball, built some fortifications, and then relied on the forest to do Overwatch, or I probably would have just gone right for the middle of Starry Sobor, questioning whether or not these buildings are enterable. I probably would have gone for this barn building, maybe the big metal shed, or I would have just gone for the church area, because you also got the supermarket. You can fortify that quite well. Also, this building is enterable on the bottom floors, so you can set something up right here, which is really good. And then that fourth zone, I probably would have kept it. This is not a bad call here. If anything, I might have gone for... No, I mean, that's a good thing, because you also got to consider this is sector control, so if it's traditional Arma 3 sector control rules, then if you have more players in that AO than enemy players, you pretty much start to control the sector. So meanwhile, it looks like these guys are digging some entrenchments over here to overwatch this hillside over here. That's not a bad call. But with how sporadic that flank is, the two obvious areas to move in on are going to be from the south and flanking around using this forested area to get up here. Blue 4 does know that that's a zone. So if I was in Blue 4's position, knowing that that's a super high point, first off, I would definitely put some long range AT in that tower. Anything that's exposed, especially on a top-down shot because it's completely open, I would do that to kind of hinder their observational capabilities, and then I would just move my infantry up from the left flank. Maybe sending a few units from the south to act as a feint, but I really like that feint strategy that we had in the previous operation. I think that could definitely work out here if they just employ it properly. But the trick will be using, now that they actually have an asset that can...
I'm back.
What? I was doing my job.
Yeah, and so was I.
All right, make it live on the stream right now. Come on, do it.
No, I can't because I came out of a machine. But,
what?
I can tell. Okay, so we have an espresso.
Hand whisk it. Hand whisk it.
You know I only hand whisk you. Anyway, so what I do...
Oh, I wouldn't use a whisk. That hurts, man.
I know, right? That's why I use it. What's the time check we got? Do you know? No, you're drinking your coffee.
I think 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm drinking my fucking coffee. It's good.
Yeah. All right. So what I did, I have three shots of espresso. 3 shots of espresso, about a tablespoon of sugar, I have a pint glass 3 espresso shots, tablespoon of sugar, and then fill it up with some milk and some whole milk, nice good quality whole milk, and it makes this great kind of almost like a latte, but like, I mean, the milk cools it down where I can drink it right now. And oh, dude, my mom ground some fresh coffee this morning because we have a jar of just coffee grounds.
Nice.
And it was almost empty, so freshly ground, about as fresh as it could be. Only thing it would be fresh is if I like did it just now, but it is so good. Thank you to the people I stole from Liru's stream. Ionic Plus, Delta 698, J Cyrus, fuck.
Up for as a Taru, by the way.
J Cyrus 91, Michelangelo 6, and Sergeant Fox 25. Thank you very much for letting me steal you from Liru's stream. Tarus?
A Taru. They bought a Taru. And they used it to tow up the command vehicle.
What anime is she from?
Are you dumb?
Yes. No.
Okay.
I know. It's the helicopter, the transport helicopter.
Is there any way to like scroll down to the ground quicker? Because I'm having to like scroll my mouse wheel here.
If you click on a person and then do third-person camera, that puts you right on the ground. That's the best way I can think of. Because yeah, with these helicopters, they're pretty high up.
How do you do third-person camera? Gotcha. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, Blue 4. Meanwhile, they bought 2 MRAP. Well, I don't do spectator commentary a lot, so I always forget the commands.
Fair enough.
But Blue 4 bought 2 MRAPs, armed 50 cal, not Crow systems though. They also bought 2 different models, one that can hold a lot more infantry than the other. And one is a little higher in height here. I mean, no, those are different. So, and then they've also got a bunch of people loaded up in a Little Bird. I'm thinking they're going to do some sort of standardized attack from one flank and then drop the Little Bird off somewhere to the north and try to have them be an outmaneuver team. Also, interesting enough, Blue 4 have bought a, whatchamacallit, a tow launcher.
Yes, I was just looking at that. So they have these 2 MRAPs. Both with M2s. I personally would have gone for at least one with a Mark 19, but they do also have this tow static. Little.
Your mic cut out again.
Going to put it in the vehicle with ace cargo or disassemble it and carry it in backpacks, whether in inventory or in the inventory.
I'm not sure RHS has fixed the issue where if you load up a static and a Vic, it breaks it. So they might have to backpack it.
I want to say they have, because it's been so long, but I'm not sure.
RHS doesn't update that fast.
That's true. That's a good point. But yeah.
But I think it is curious to note that even though they are going for MRAPs, Op4 did go for a MAT team, and they do have a Titan, which is basically a Javelin with Ace. Yeah. So they also have him on the highest point of Zub Castle here, and it could pretty much kill that kill an MRAP coming in, if not at the very least knock it out.
So, what do you think of the zones they've made? I'm a big fan of Zone 1 and Zone 4, but I'm not sure what they were going for with Zone 2 and Zone 3.
Yeah, so I actually picked out where I would put my zones. To give you a little rundown, Zone 1 I like. Zone 2, I would have moved to Green Mountain, because that is such a defensible area. Zone 3, I would have moved a little more to the north, but keeping in mind at where point 391 is, you could use that to overwatch that position, just turn it to a kill zone. And then Zone 4, I'm okay with that one. Because again, it's sector control. So as long as you just put a bunch of areas to either, bait people in or just in good defensive positions for cover, you can make it work. But yeah, the one that really concerns me is Zone 2. I think they were just going for maximum distance between 1 and 2 to buy them a lot of time to set up a defensive strategy.
That's not a bad theory. And with Zone 2, you kind of have this little farmstead here right around the edge, but it's just outside the edge.
Yeah.
Now, I was... So I had an idea, and when you explained what you were, how you thought of it, it blew my idea out of the water. I was thinking put them in the cities with a lot of natural cover and everything, or not natural, but cover that they don't have to place themselves.
Yeah, I was thinking
However-
for Zone 3 that we could possibly take it to the church complex or the supermarket or the big barn structure in the giant shed.
However, what
yep.
I realized is that if you're in the city, that's a lot of places to hide if you're attacking. If they're in the open, you're gonna know when they get there, and it's gonna be very easy to spot them.
Yep. Well, you gotta also consider both sides have helicopters. I'm not sure if they have AA. The javelins
Yeah.
could be used as AA though, so.
And the Titans as well.
Yep.
So I guess we'll see. Blue 4 is getting ready to set out. They're proceeding towards the border of their safe area, and from that border to the first zone is less than 2 clicks, about a click and a half, I think.
I'm going to be really curious to see this Overwatch team to the south. They've got good eyes on anything that could flank around on the left, and they might even be able to see that little bird if she comes around, but it's just at the edge of the render distance here. There's a guy with binos looking right in the little bird's direction. I'm going to see if he picks him up.
I'm going to quickly restart my stream real quick and try and get the transcoding, but give me 1 second.
That's fine, Barb. You can send all your viewers to me while you deal with that.
What do you think I stole them from?
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, what? Sorry.
I mean, I told them to go watch the multi. I didn't tell them to go to you.
Well.
So we can share the viewers, like communists.
Well, it didn't give me transcoding anyway, so the people who were complaining about it, they're just going to have to deal with it, I guess.
Oof.
Sorry.
What is transcoding?
It's the settings where it takes the 1080p source and then 720p, 480p, 360p. That's transcoding.
Anyway, mission is a go. Little Bird going into the black area to flank around. Are they allowed to do that?
If they go into the black area outside the play zone, they should get a warning saying that they're outside the play zone, and they should die pretty quickly. I'm not sure if that works with helicopters though. I know it's a thing on the ground, but I don't know.
So, I mean, they're doing a very wide fly zone, though. So if that's the case, I don't think they're getting that pop-up. So they're going to go for a very wide flank around. Meanwhile, Taru, flying over, probably already spotted the Blue 4 units moving up the MSR to the town of Nazanito. So Op4 is going to know where the main force is coming. However, that has pretty much let Blue 4 sneak in this little bird with its team of people. Where they're going to deploy, though, is anyone's guess.
I think if they land, they need to land and be on the ground inside the play area. But he's going to land now. I think he's going to get that warning saying he's outside the play zone. I would hope at least.
The quick scroll.
Stefanek says Helos can go outside, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Helos can fly outside, but I think infantry that lands from it need to be inside. So looks like I wonder if they're just like sitting.
No, they were lowering to stay as out of view as possible because I'm willing to bet Blue Force saw the Taru flying above. Maybe they're trying to again bait Op4's expectations here. And get something going, because now that, again, Op4, I want to see their unit composition here. A lot of those units that were on that southern approach have actually now started turning to the right, and they're not even looking down now at that other flank, because now they know that the other forces coming up that MSR instead of potentially to the direct south, so... Again, it's taken Op4's view away from where a potential flanking action can be, but that could very much change with where that Taru's flying.
Yes, and the little bird has landed, released its little children into the wild, and we will see how they're able to fare if they're able to scrounge enough berries for the winter to come.
So I just saw someone shooting back at base. I think they're just ranging their guns instead, but that little bird is visible from Op4. Someone just looked right in its direction but didn't notice it. If they literally were to turn that Titan around, they could have shot the little bird down and at least seen this flank coming up.
Yeah, Night Owl. I'm looking at Night Owl's first-person perspective, and I'm seeing the little bird.
Your mic died again.
But Night Owl's first-person perspective, I can see the little bird fairly clearly, and I wonder if it's gonna get called out or not.
How do you make people's names come up?
You know, it's a coin flip sometimes. Usually you fly close and it comes up. Other times I've had them like show up at like any distance, and now yeah, I'm not getting them popping up at all.
Yeah, so I think that's a mission side thing.
I guess I need to audit their missions.
But otherwise, Blue Force 50 cals and whatnot are firing up at the vehicle. You're seeing Op4 firing down, just giving some pot shots at those Vics as well. But it is pulling everyone's attention away. Whoever B1 is, he's seen this little bird twice, but I don't think it's done 2 and 2 together. I've looked at his point of view with his camera, and now, nope, he just spotted the little bird crew coming up the rear, and now he's suppressing. I hope he calls that out.
Well, if he doesn't call it out, I'm sure the gunfire will be able to alert his teammates to that flank. And yeah, that's an 8-man team that's now kind of caught out in this open. They're returning fire, but
yep.
It's that's looking like a failed gambit for them, at least for the most part. Did he take one out? No, there's still 8 people there.
Meanwhile, Blue 4 is mis-IDing where these shots are coming from, and they're just blindly suppressing up the hill. I don't know what call that's for, but
I think they're just trying to go for the direction, and they're just shooting what they can, but they do need to recognize very quickly that it is in the castle, not where they're shooting now. And that Vanguard force to the south of the castle, they can't even see them, so I doubt it was them. Yeah, the hill itself is even blocking it for the most part.
So B1, he's still suppressing to the left now, possibly seeing those units move through those smoke grenades that were just popped. But
yeah, those smokes are interesting. Go ahead.
I don't know. What's worrisome here is that Vanguard team will have to cross a massive open area, so I hope they have some sort of long-range weapon to deal with that PKM gunner, because otherwise it's just going to be easy pickings. Checking their kits now, we've got a rifleman, we have just another rifleman, a lot of CCO scopes I'm seeing. We do have some LMGs that could relay some suppressing fire up there. But I wonder where that platoon marksman is. He has to be with the other group. But for a rear
marksman is Corporal Drake. He is with the main force way to the south. Looks like he might be trying to go for a flank. But
yeah, I would have.
SR-25.
I would have brought him with the flanking force, because they're not going to be able to move on this castle. They're getting shot at again by the top of that castle. Because it just has such good eyes. But if you were to get a marksman on a flanking area, it's also very easy pickings. But with him all the way down in the southwest to move uphill, he's not going to have any good shots for this.
And so something to note with the sites particularly.
Is there a dead guy? Was there a disconnect?
There was someone who just got kicked off.
Okay, yeah, so there's a dead PKP gunner in the tower, so I'm like, who killed him?
Yeah, the classic Steam error verification thing.
Yeah.
But this thing with the sites, it might be different for this mission, because it is a test.
Your mic crapped out again.
Connection's just going all poopy.
Oof.
It would probably help if I stopped watching my 1080p stream back.
Yeah, that would probably help.
But anyway, the players, in this community doing PvP, you are able to pick your site. There's a selection of sites you can pick from in a self-interact script that they have, which
That's
is
cool.
honestly pretty cool. Yeah. But so people with CCOs, they have decided to pick CCOs. People with any kind of magnified optic, they have picked that. I'm not sure what the specifics are because I only really played one mission, but that is the case.
I'm not sure if you're looking at this tower fight, but basically infantry, they're cugging behind trees and they're getting suppressed. They've just got no real long-range scopes to deal with that tower. And if they try to set up a machine gun, it's quickly suppressed. But people are firing back and forth here, but Blue 4 is definitely at a disadvantage.
Stathenberger with the Titan, he's looking for something. I'm not sure if he's trying to PID VIX or if he's using the thermals on the Titan's camera to try and...
He's probably using the Titan as a clue system just to see what's coming up here. Or he's potentially looking for those MRAPs that the Taru would have called out. But it looks like in anticipation of this, the Tarus were dismounted. Excuse me, the MRAPs were dismounted. I will try to locate them now, but I did not see them with the main force. Let's see. They dismounted on the road, but I do not see them.
I believe I saw one in the forest around 0.158.
I don't see any of them geared though. So
true. I don't know. With those MRAPs too, like I'm surprised they're not bringing them up. They might be more stuck in the traditional mentality of you lose it, where if they were to lose those MRAPs, then that'd be it. But with the tickets and supply system that they have that they're experimenting with this mission, I think they need to be a little bit more liberal with their use of...
I found them. They're at 062050 at the edge of the tree line. So they're just abandoned, probably fearing that Titan gunner.
Yeah, which isn't the worst idea, but again, there are respawns, and they respawn every like 15 minutes or so. So it's like... Now, what I'm more somewhat concerned about, more curious, is... when players are dead, like you see attackers respawning right now, when players die, how like free are they able to spectate? I would hope it's limited to third person only, and they can only view their teammates. But
yeah, that would be awkward.
That would be awkward if they're able to, fly around as a ghost and able to look at enemy positions while they're dead. I feel like that's obviously a little metagaming.
Oh, it's okay. I'll go into a Discord with you. I'll die on purpose, and I'll go, Barb, it's to your left.
Yeah,
It's to your left in the building. Just check the left corner as soon as you breach. Just don't make it look obvious.
Ooh,
what?
So at the base of the tower, looks like Op4 did something similar. They brought a Metis launcher, pretty much just a tow for the Russians, but that is another piece of AT defense that's very capable.
Is it a prone unit or is it? Okay, no, that's a Cormet.
Cormet.
But yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a. That's a keyhole, but again, more reason for them to ditch that position. Also, looks like Op4 deployed some resupply, but it is doing a floating. And someone's scrolling it down as they try to adjust it. That's pretty funny.
That's Frosty. It's attached to Frosty. I think he's ace carrying it and he drops it. No cook-off.
And now there's some GL fire going for Blue 4. They were on the previous Overwatch position that Op4 had as a post, but now they are assaulting up here. This is just a nasty fight. GLs are going off on both sides. And I'm starting to see some Op4 guys go down.
Yeah, now we're getting into that close quarters fighting that I was anticipating. See machine guns are coming from the north from Blue 4 onto the tower, but it's going real high.
So it looks like one of the players picked up the dead guy's PKP, and they're also using that at this point. Whoever BL1 is, he's using his pistol to shoot back now instead of his...
That was his PKM. I assume he's out of ammo and he's just taking pot shots, but
I mean, there should be resupply right next to him, but I think what's going on is Blue 4 is trying to suppress that tower, but there's still enough tower room for those guys to go on the other side. There is a fresh dead guy in that tower, though, so someone needs to grab his machine gun. And I cannot believe this guy's suppressing back with his pistol. That's
honestly, his shots aren't landing that far away.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job, but
they're landing probably, like 20, 30 meters outside of the targets, which is, I mean, if they hit, the body armor...
Meanwhile, we got a Blue 4 dude with an M249 that just got up on the perimeter, mowed one of the Russian guys down, just knocked another one unconscious. He's going to probably pull back now to try to reload.
Yeah,
there's the reload.
Chucky. Yeah, he's going to reload. Let's see if Red 4 pushes out. Looks like they might be. Platoon HQ doesn't see him because of the smoke. And he's being pushed up now by... Oh, he gets taken.
There goes Platoon HQ. Grenade's being thrown over, but it's down slope, so it's not going to do much. More going over, but this A2 guy is going to get right in. Unfortunately, he gets blown away. More grenades being thrown around. This is why I like Zub so much. The terrain is so slanted that grenades don't go off anywhere. But that auto rifleman now coming in, getting a third kill, a fourth kill. Grenade goes off, knocks him to his feet.
That was a Blue 4 grenade. That was a friendly grenade that damaged him.
Oh, he might get a fifth kill here if he looks left. He doesn't look left. He's getting shot to shit. Unfortunately, gets taken out by another rifleman, but really good KD on him. That's going to buy Blue 4 a lot of time to move up here. And the attackers, aka Blue 4, are going to get their reinserts in just a moment. That'll give their chopper something to do. But looks like Op4 is licking their wounds. A lot of bodies around. Definitely seeing more Russian bodies than American bodies here. So
that Bravo element
might be tough.
Blue 4 Bravo is trying to suppress that Taru and get into wave off, because I think that's... I wonder how well armored that thing is. Cause,
it's got some pretty good armor. It's a CSAT Taru. Unless they change its armor configs, nothing can really penetrate its forward glass unless it's a 12.7 or 50 cal, or if it's a 7.62 with constant amounts of fire. Meanwhile, another vanguard for the Russian force outside getting blown up by grenades. If I was Op4, I would literally just have them start coming in the main bastion and fortifying that second level and just boxing it down as a kill zone.
Grenades. That's a bad frag.
Yeah, but it's just going to get deflected and roll down the hill. Meanwhile, we have B1 getting up here, and he is now suppressing in the position where the Blue 4 guys are running down. Those guys mainly being a distraction. What I'll be curious to see, though, is if Blue 4 steals this Cormant launcher and uses it in the future. That would be a very good play.
Well, they will be able to commandeer it.
No, camera, go over here. Cool. Yeah, so Blue 4 is between two buildings right now. Again, just running distraction as the main force starts to come in. But it is important to note that the main force only has 4 dudes up there. I did not realize that they were that undermanned. Looks like reinsert wave is now coming in. Probably where they put those MRAPs is where they also put a teleport flag.
Yeah.
But I mean, for that assault wave, Blue 4 has been doing decently. A good grenade throw from the top of the tower by the D4 character. Wounded these two guys. Rocket's also going out on the perimeter. But Op4 has been able to hold. I guess they just have too many units on those overwatch points and weren't able to overpower this spot despite some really good plays going off on Blue 4. Now you have this A1 guy kind of moving around trying to clean up any stragglers. He might catch this A2 guy out of position, but looks like Defilade is on his side. Again, so is the nature of Zub Castle.
And that Blue 4 element to the north of the castle far, that seems to have lost 2 players. So they've taken
Yep, Op4 just got behind the remaining Blue 4 dudes, took one guy out, takes a second guy out, good headshot. And he's backing away, getting shot in the back, just missed, yep. But he pretty much, that GL getting deflected.
It's a pretty bad dunk of a GL. Oh, Platoon HQ, the Red 4.
Coming around, dropping that guy.
Still one more right there. And Red 4 mops him up. Actually, no, he's still alive.
There's still one guy, but now he's getting mopped up. And there's the final Blue 4 dude also going down. And Op4 has held. Op4 killing their Platoon HQ.
I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, miscommunication and miss-PID. Op4 getting a little overzealous.
That's the Platoon marksman, too. That was their Red 4's marksman.
Now he still has some of Op4 firing back on some of the Blue 4 guys further up north. But Op4 has to get cleaned up here because there is the second wave coming. So they need to be careful. How many Op4 guys do we have left over here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes up. 8 dudes if you count the one that's all the way to the northwest. And then an additional 2 that are unconscious. I almost saw another case of blue on blue, but now they're just double tapping bodies instead. Will they go up to Blue 4 Platoon HQ? Excuse me, yeah, Platoon HQ's position and get them up? Someone is being sent down either to probably go down to body tap. Is going to realize, oh wait, that was a friendly. Whoops. So if they can get him up in time, sorry, go ahead.
Well, the little bird was flying by again. I'm not sure if they had reinserts or anything in them, but it was just getting harassed by a night owl on the tower with the PKM as well. And yeah, that push failed, but we have a new push coming in.
You're having some GLs coming in from the south right now as they're popping from the other mountain. I think that's Platoon HQ firing because everyone else is moving. Some good GL rounds to land in here wouldn't be a bad thing. It is forcing one of those Russian guys to medic up.
Yeah, we have a 5-man, well, I'd say about a 3-man element getting close, and then a larger 6 or 7-man element kind of backing them up, just a little bit spread apart. To be really effective together. And we're seeing one Red 4 pushing out of the castle. That's Pronix.
I have noticed that people have been double tapping bodies, and traditionally for these guys, that is a good idea. Pronix, unfortunately, biting the bullet there, ran right into whoever A1 is, and he just got mowed down. But I have been noticing people going up and mag dumping bodies to double tap. I would not be doing that in this situation. I would put 1 or 2 shots in their chest or leg, but I'd want them to stay alive because the more time they're spending unconscious is the less time where they could possibly, miss a respawn cycle and you could lock that person out for another 5 minutes. So with this now reinsert system that they have, it's creating a little bit more of a micro strategy here for the meta, and it's just creating more possible ways that you can keep things locked down. Otherwise, someone looks like they've picked up Platoon HQ. He just dropped dead from a Steam error, so unfortunately he's down. I would go and grab his marksman rifle, though, if he can. Looks like whoever was carrying him has that idea.
Ooh. The Red 4
not sure if he'll get
rifleman on the south side just got hit with some pretty nasty shrapnel from Platoon HQ.
Ouch.
Platoon HQ. And yeah, we're seeing a lot of Blue 4 trying to pierce these exterior walls and try and secure this area. I wonder how exactly it works because it is sector clear, but there are now more Blue 4 than Red 4 in the circle.
Yep. So, by the way, a large wave of Op4 just respawned. I'll be curious to see where they teleport to, if they're able to at all, or if they'll have to get into an MI8 and land somewhere in the AO, because this zone is not going to hold for too long.
Looks like they're doing that. They're trying to hold zone 1. They have a good defensive position there. Looks like they're going to get in the MI8, and I mean, paradrop or fast rope would be, the most expedient option, but they probably want to do what the Little Bird did and drop them off on the ground in some defilade. And have
look at the tower bastion, by the way. There are 2 explosive satchels set up. One on the first stairwell, and then the second on the middle layer. And I've noticed the PKM guy, they've been keyholing certain areas here, so they're going to make this a very difficult fight. They do have resupply up there, so if I was them, I would be ready to just chuck spam grenades because there's no counter up there.
That's a grenade right at the entrance.
Oh, damn! Wounds a lot of them, does not score any kills, though, which is unfortunate.
That's surprising to me.
If I was the Little Bird, I would get a few people and I would land right on top of this bitch.
Another frag, another bad frag. And that actually takes one out. That was an auto rifleman, Chucky on Blue 4, who we saw go Rambo, goes down to a bad frag.
This Bastion's going to be a very tough nut to crack. Also, sorry to distract. Crazy Russian Sniper, thanks for the 12-month resub. Welcome to the Lance Corporal Club. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of Barb and I talking shit about people.
We have some people pushing up the stairs past the satchel charge. He didn't even notice it. throwing up nades into the next landing. What
Yeah.
the satchel charge is.
One of them had to have gone down here because he killed that one guy. Put some rounds in there.
There we go.
That blew out part of the tower. No, it didn't.
No, it did blow out part of it.
Wow.
The tower's still standing. We have Night Owl and Snow.
What the heck is this?
On the top of it. And that they might able to. I had a similar situation a couple weeks ago in an IFA, but they're gonna have to enhance movement up the top of the stairs. And someone just died from a grenade, but they're gonna have to jump and vault themselves.
They're gonna get killed because there's 2 machine gunners. That is such cheese.
I don't think that's entirely intentional. But they did plan on destroying this tower.
By the way, Op4 guy was coming back around to try to do a flank, and an auto rifleman just dabbed on him, and he went flying into a ditch. And now they're all just shooting to the... I don't know what they're shooting at.
Oh, paratroopers! I just saw one guy paratroop.
Oh, they do, yeah.
South side. Oh, well,
I think that's a bait, though.
He hit the ground cold, dude. I don't know what that was about.
He's still landing for me.
There's more still landing. I think there might be some server desync, but yeah, they're doing some passes, and there's some more people dropping.
I don't know, that guy landed. He's okay, but...
and sorry to interrupt, but Russian Sniper, I'm sorry for your loss, man. That's.
Oh, I haven't been reading chat. What happened with him?
He said this has cheered him up a lot. His pet died about 20 minutes ago, and it hit him hard.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, that was very.
I hope these players killing each other for our amusement cheers you up, man. I've lost a few pets. It hurts.
Yeah. But these 2 guys, they're holding out. They have the supply box. They have one. He walked his way down the stairs. One's still on top.
I don't know why they're abandoning that defensive position. Oh my god. Well, this poor guy's getting shot to shit. He doesn't even know how to evade here.
And he's now floating. Some kind of...
He's desyncing all over the place. He's Superman. Go, Superman, go! Oh, God, Superman's been shot. Now his arm's doing the...
bullets.
Kryptonite bullets, indeed. He's doing the reverse flop where he's floating instead of... I don't even know.
We still have Night Owl up, the Mr. Smooth voice, but that is it. And now we're seeing how it works. They have to completely... Blue4 has to completely eliminate Op4 from the area, and that's unfortunate because now we have the reinforcements just coming in just late enough, and now they're sandwiched. The Blue 4 element to the north that was an originally flanking element, they're laying a bunch of enfilade fire on this exposed Op4 reinforcement group.
The difference here, though, is Blue 4 doesn't have that tower anymore to work with. But they do have the Cormet launcher, and someone did move the Cormet launcher more to the northwest, possibly scouting that helicopter. But I think Blue 4 is going to be able to hold this position despite the large amount of Op4 guys down there, solely because, excuse me, of the enfilading fire of that Blue 4 team coming in from the north. But if Blue 4 was smart, they would get their helicopter down, grab a few dudes, and beeline it to Zone 2 to take the next position, because right now, Op4 is committed to this. So I'm not sure what the platoon commander would decide, but if you could sneak a zone out, that would be incredible.
Looks like that MI8 is landing in a clearing to the northwest. You have Frosty, who is the platoon commander, and Staffenberger, who is that Titan gunner. The 2 of those guys, they're heading right for that. Everyone else is scattering or fighting for their life. So looks like the officers are saying, screw y'all, we're going home, and leaving their men to die.
Blue 4 helicopter is coming into the AO. Might grab a few dudes, but yeah, no, if we were about to take that zone, I would have probably loaded up 4 or 5 guys and just made a beeline to the next zone to see if I could take it, especially if there was a bunch of QRF about to land.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing no red forces going to zone 2. I wonder if they're going to do what you, like you said, and just completely ignore zone 2 or zone 3 and just try and build up, like they did with zone 1, take as much time as they can to build up defenses in that final zone.
When the Blue 4 guys stole an RPG and fired it at Op 4, no damage though. But maybe zone 2 is meant to be a sacrificial zone. And then instead Op 4 spends more time fortifying zone 3, because zone 2 honestly is a really weird strategic position. Honestly, all I see it serving is just having a lot of distance between zone 1 and zone 2.
Yeah, especially with that kind of so something I noticed with both zone 2 and zone 3, just looking at the map, they're both near some peaks that you would see just looking at the map. However, in actuality, they're not very defensible positions. But like you said, they could be, like you said, just fodder and meant to be sacrificial.
A lot of thermobaric rounds going off, closer to the Russians than the Blue 4 units.
At the castle, actually, we have a Op 4 player that's nearest. The grenade launcher, he's pushing up. He's going to be... They might... I mean, the point's already lost. They can't retake it, but he's going to make them pay for it. There's a 3-man team of Anderson, Germania, and Shucky kind of just butt-butting, watching to the northwest. But Nurisk is pushing into the tower.
I mean, there is the Cormet, and there is a helicopter up in the air, so...
That is true.
There's also random supplies on the map. I'm not sure if that's something Op 4 and Blue 4 can grab for more points. Maybe to get something a little better, especially in these levels of elevation, an IFV would completely dominate.
It seems like my tracers are broken. Are you still getting traces on your...
No, my tracers broke too.
Huh.
I can still get grenades though.
Yeah, I still see some grenades, but tracers are gone. I wonder if that's like once they die, if they come back, the tracers break.
Arma is a perfectly wonderful game with 0 bugs, Barbarian. It's a feature. It's a feature. See,
it is all features.
You see, the server's smart. It knows when it has too many flashy colors going on, that lags the server, right? So it gives it a cooldown time that runs in the background to prevent the server from crashing, okay? That's how it's done.
It is check ingenuity and nothing but.
Our Bohemia overlords always think about us first. Meanwhile, 3 Blue 4 guys coming in by this HQ building. Op 4 guy is back here looting a body. He's grabbing a Blue 4 weapon, possibly to try to mask his own weapon's signature. That's not a bad call. He's also making it a Grenadier rifle with that 203 system, so he can definitely fool the Blue 4 players and possibly buy him a few more moments of engaging. Meanwhile, Little Bird flying over quick again. I think they're just scouting at this point to try to find the remaining Op 4 positions. Platoon has been dropped off by Zone 2. They are going to a supply box, I guess to capture more resources, maybe to give them something nicer. Meanwhile, we're going to watch Nurisk over here. He's going to get right behind some of these dudes, but with that Blue 4 rifle, he's going to possibly throw them off.
He's holding his trigger. He's holding his trigger.
Oh, yeah. No, he's getting a good position.
Drops one.
Drops one.
No one notices.
Yep, because it's a friendly rifle. Why would they? Drops 2. He should throw in a quick reload here.
And they're like you said, the noise is completely masking it. Now, some of you might be wondering...
You just see that body ragdoll to the left?
That was amazing. But you might be wondering why he didn't take a uniform. It is against the rules to take uniforms. You can take weapons, but not uniforms or anything.
You know, funny enough, he's actually getting blue on blued by a dude to his left.
Oh my! Oh, that is pure comedy.
Wow.
Comedy
because of gun PID. So now he's wondering. He has to know that's an AK though, because if he's smart enough to take that weapon, he knows he's being shot at by his own friendlies.
And fire at it.
But he's down 3 dudes. And Blue 4 is none the wiser.
Make that 4.
Make that 4. I feel bad for him, though, because his own dude shot at him and completely ruined his plan. He took a lot of shots there, too.
Now, he is alpha, so he might have called that out, been able to call that out on radio and say, hey, you're shooting at me, fucking quit it.
Yeah. But, yeah, he just knocked out a lot of Blue 4 units. Blue 4 is now looking back, trying to find this guy, and one guy looked right up at him but didn't see him, and he might now get shot at.
And some people are saying MVP. Nearest could it'd be between for Red 4. It would be right now. I think it would be between Nearest and Night Owl. And Night Owl was the machine gunner who had the last stand in the tower.
Oh, he's gonna get another kill. Puts a GL round right on him, just as a Russian guy shoots. But the Russian guy shooting is going to distract, and it looks like Nearest he's adjusting to try to hit that 6th guy that's still up. But a beautiful play here. Really good call, stealing that gun. I think he's trying to line up a GL shot. Yep, he's reloading it.
And yeah, he's just taking his time.
And he was a little short. And unfortunately, he gets shot by... I think some of the Blue 4 guys finally turned around and gave up on the ruse because of hearing that Op 4 guy come around. So that's, again, really good play there, but just an example of how your teammates can fuck you in these situations by literally shooting at you and then ruining your audio plan. But really good thought there. He could have, in all honesty, wiped that entire group.
So
that was just a beautiful play because I mean there's only a few Op 4 guys remaining right there, so he pretty much just delayed Blue 4 from advancing, which is gonna give Op 4 more time to set up for Zone 2.
And yes, I was about to bring that up. They are setting up for Zone 2, whether that was the original plan or they were able to delay long enough to decide, hey, we've bought enough time, let's actually defend it. However, if you check your map, they're making a kind of a mistake. These 2 barn buildings are outside the circle, and they have all 12 or so Red 4 reinforcements outside of the circle. So
they could just be organizing right now. I don't know, though.
There's a random supply drop that just so happened to drop right where they are. And so if they're just organizing and, trying to figure out a plan, then this could work out. But if they do neglect the actual parameters, the perimeter of that zone, then that's going to be a huge tactical blunder, just to put it bluntly.
Yeah. So we're having a machine gunner back in the previous AO. It's trying to shoot up where that chopper landed, and they're actually leaving the chopper there. I would love to see this Op 4 guy potentially flank around and steal it. But he did give away his position by shooting, so he will be hunted down. Meanwhile, Logan, who gave away his buddy's position, he's now going up to the tower.
Where did that Little Bird land? I'm not seeing it.
The Little Bird landed in the town north of Zub, to the right of the large barn, specifically to its east.
Ah, I see it. Thank you.
So I would love to see this Op 4 guy go around and steal it, but he's got 4 guys in between him and that bird, and he is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb with that weapon bipoded.
And now we're seeing one of the people who got out of that chopper was Drake, who is the platoon marksman. He's looking back up towards the castle, and I'm sure trying to find eyes on any of the remaining contacts.
I'm not surprised with that because Blue 4 did lose a lot of dudes to one guy.
Oh,
and now
the castle.
Yep.
He's holding his trigger for some reason.
I do not know why Logan held his fire there. He lost a major opportunity to drop that one scout, and he does not have a lot of room to maneuver here because he can quickly get surrounded if he's not careful.
Yeah, in this position, I would just dump a mag into that cornet, deny the enemy that asset, and try and just take out as many as I can. Because
definitely,
now we're seeing 2 guys come up from the west side, opposite sides of that little U-shaped structure, and some more coming in from the northwest. That definitely got called out, and they're going to come up and clear this place out for like the 4th time.
So meanwhile, A1 got hit. We're seeing Give Me Your Milk fighting with T5 Bay. T5 Bay loses the grenade war, and Milk is going to be able to stay here.
At least a little longer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he sees him, though, because he needs to do a double tap, because a grenade could leave the potential for Bay to wake up.
We'll see. Oh, he's looking.
Here comes the double tap. Yep.
double, triple, quadruple, pentuple, etc.
And meanwhile, Blue 4 have also surrounded. Who was this over here? Norse's position. They're going to come up and kill him, but this leaves an opportunity for Melk to come up and possibly steal that Vic. Meanwhile,
he's made a break for it. Give Me Your Milk has made a break for it, and I think he's going to be able to make it to the town without being.
Logan's hiding in a tree. He is leaning right. He only has his handgun out. What is he
Brady
doing?
Has spotted him as well. Brady has spotted Milk. He is able to get to the town.
Sorry, Logan just got his head blown off. I had no idea. Whatever. That was dumb. That was dumb. So yeah, Melk, he is still in this town over here. And he does have Blue 4 guys coming up. One's watching his position. Another one's coming up to assist. So it is a 2v1 fight right now. But I have seen, with a name like Give Me Your Milk, I want to see something spectacular. But unfortunately, he gets suppressed. A buddy crosses the street and now can potentially do a wide flank and eliminate Melk. Melk is now throwing a grenade. I think that's purely a distraction. And he is now trying to pull back instead. He's got to be careful, though.
I think that was anticipating that they were pushing up quickly. We have Drake here. He's the one by the fountain or by the water spigot. He's the marksman, so if I had to guess, he's going to hold Overwatch while Brady pushes up. And we have a third rifleman, Chootless. He's actually an auto rifleman.
Yep.
He's coming in the fray now, so now this is a turn from a 1v2 to a 1v3. And we have a second little bird, who they're probably going to call it in and be like, hey, where the fuck is this guy? Can you tell us? And, you know,
look at this wide flank going on by this Blue 4 guy. That's Drake coming around.
That's the
Meanwhile, Melk, he wants to get that Melk here as if it were bread. Unfortunately, they both just missed each other.
That was awful.
I still think Drake is... Yeah, I thought Drake would have seen him, but... Drake, if he leaves her out, he's going to hear now because of that gunshot.
And so he's thinking he's on the other side of the building, but if he looked to his right a little bit more, I think he would have seen him.
Melk is really banking on the two guys in the forest.
Timing.
Grenade getting thrown. Lands in the worst spot, though.
Oh,
and now he's getting flanked by the dudes. Yep, there it is. Melk is down. He was unable to get the Melk and unfortunately died. So, meanwhile, Op4 has pretty much formed up in the center of Zone 2.
Yes, so they whether it was just securing the supplies or what, they have...
And they are building fortifications.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so they're going to try to make something out of this site, but it does not leave a lot to be desired because, I mean, there's forestry on all sides. There's not really any good spots within the zone itself to put Overwatch positions.
Yeah, well, with what they can build, I mean, you got riflemen who can just build the trenches and the barricades, but I believe the combat engineers are able to place down heavier fortifications. Not entirely certain. Could be engineers, could be squad leads, could be both. But yep, we're seeing them pull out the HESCO barriers, and I think they're going to try and make it a full 360 compound to try and defend.
Meanwhile, I'm out of coffee. I am very upsetty spaghetti over it.
I know, I am as well. I downed mine too quick. I needed to savor it a bit.
Oh my god, look at where the random supplies spawn. Are you sure that's random? We had one spawn in Zone 2, another spawn in Zone 4,
That is inside.
Random.
Yeah, completely.
Random.
I think I think they need to do a bit of tweaking on the randomness and make it a little less random.
Now, I'm going to look back. It looks like the Cormet launcher was backpacked, but only the tripod was grabbed, not the tube. So that's a bit of a wasted opportunity there for Blue 4, because a free Cormet device, if set up properly, I mean, that's 4 free missiles that you can literally just dunk on infantry from range.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anyone with the only person nearby doesn't have it as their doesn't have like the tripod backpack on them, so I'm just as confused as to what they were doing.
Yeah, I think Blue 4 is just having some logistical issues. One of their MRAPs is already mobile. The other one has a guy nearby getting in the driver's seat now, but Blue 4 needs to be quicker on its mobility because they had an opportunity to basically blitzkrieg Zone 2 and take it from Op4's nose, but that has been lost. Meanwhile, we have...
Hardcore.
Huh?
Arcor back at zone 2. Arcor, the little bird, is getting shot.
Yep.
He's drawing a lot of fire, and so that kind of little recon bird is going to be able to tell them, hey, yeah, they are fucking here. Which, I guess that means we won't be having a repeat of the first mission with the defenders just abandoning a couple positions.
So, little update on Op4 strategy here. They did buy a BTR 80. So, I'm actually going to take back a little of what I said because with the forestry around, now they've got some good concealment for that BTR 80. So, it's going to be less likely to get locked on by a javelin. However, this position is right next to Green Mountain, and if you look at Green Mountain from the Op4 position, it is just barely at the edge of the render range before the fog comes in, but thermals can penetrate that extra bit of range that fog covers. So if the Titan Gunner gets in that tower and gets an angle, it could take out that BTR.
Yeah, and there's nothing quite like thermal penetration. What's interesting to know about the defensive setup they have at Zone 2, okay, so they're adding to it, but the only thing they had set up so far was a bunker and some Heskos looking north of all directions. But they are expanding on it.
They could use the Taru that they have to go spot, and they could potentially see that, Blue Force still getting their stuff together. They do have a medic out on his own, Montgomery, way out of line there. He's not AFK because I just saw him move, but they need to get their forces reconsolidated and start hitting this AO, because the more time they're giving for Op4, the more time Op4 could be going out, getting more supplies, fortifying these areas more, and honestly, just tick, tick, tick.
Looks like we have the Taru coming in. You were able to sling load that supply crate, and so Red 4 will now be able to, capture it and use it with this logistical truck. I think that is pretty much how they're doing it, lifting the idea from squad. Oh, they drop it!
So,
oh my god, the supply crate they dropped almost hit the Taru, hit the Kamaz logistics truck.
So I think they were doing that on purpose, because that was a supply crate, and if they bring those to the HQ vehicles, which happens to be that truck, they get more points, and that's what they're using to build more fortifications and more BTR. So it's definitely a defender advantage / bias, and we're seeing some more large fortifications being built now because they got those extra supplies. So
yeah, and that's not the only supplies that are in here.
Op4 bias.
There is some Op4 bias though, but both teams do get supplies regularly. I believe every 15 minutes.
Yep.
But there are these random, quote-unquote, random pickups that will spawn around the map.
I mean, they're experimenting with this game mode,
yes,
but
that is very true.
I mean, how do I put this? It gives the advantage because it's the entire neutral zone where these supply crates can spawn, but as Blue 4 pushes, they'll get more access to the randomized crates, but if Op4 can just hold the first point, then they'll get more access. So it just, creates that bigger stretch of a defensive zone here.
Yeah, and we're starting to see a bit of a push towards Zone 2 now from Blue 4. We have FNV caught. Back by the tower? I'm not entirely sure how or why, but he's back over here. It appears to be a squad, some kind of leadership element. But otherwise, we have a 5-man team, probably dropped up from that little bird south of Zone 2 that are making their way up on foot now.
I think he's going over just to check if that little bird is still there. Because he is going right to where it was landed. He is going to be sorely disappointed. And then hopefully Montgomery will sprint another 500 meters down and kill him. But we're probably not going to get that.
He's like gunned down, slow jogging.
I'm not going to lie, though. In Op4's shoes, I probably would do the same thing. If I had the potential to steal an enemy air asset, I would take it. So, since most of their guys are being committed to defense, if I could just spare one guy just to check if Blue 4 overlooks something, because you and I both know player bases can be very, very dumb and leave stuff behind. So I would do that check, and hey, no harm, no foul. They can just have the aircraft come in, pick them up, and move them back in like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, and that Little Bird piloted by Arcor, honestly surprised that it's staying up. It doesn't even look that too much worse for wear.
Oh my gosh, our MVP from last mission, Alfie, unfortunately gets a signature check timeout, and his AFK streak is over.
It's a shame.
What a shame.
I think, although I would argue now he is more AFK than ever because he is no longer in the game.
You're right. He's mega evolved. Oh
He
man.
has evolved. His strategy is evolving as this mission goes on. Great dynamic plays here at Friday Night Fights.
Anyway, Nerisk, who was the MVP in Zone 1 in my opinion, he is the sole guy facing south right now. I'm hearing some shots here. Not sure what those are about. It's just random op force shooting.
I think.
Oh, they're shooting up at the Little Bird.
Yeah.
Yep. My tracers are working back, so I can make that call. But the BTR-80 is also pulling out. It's getting into some forestry. It might intercept the MRAPs. I don't think the Little Birds noticed that BTR-80's down there, because he's... I think he'd give it a little bit more of a wider berth, but...
Yeah, especially that 14.5, like that can... If that hits it, I mean, just a main shot on the rotor, that'll definitely...
We are seeing... Hold up, I think Blue 4 does know about it. You see the AT guy running around?
Carlson going off east?
Yeah, he might go and try to hit that BTR-80. That, if I had one AT dude, I'd definitely do that. But anyway, Nurisk here, he is running right in the middle of these Blue 4 guys, getting right behind him. Oh. Unfortunately, he's getting shot to shit by that M249. Damn, I would love to see him get another Blue 4 gun and do that strategy again. Because that definitely just... mow down a lot of dudes. Unfortunately, because there are only a few people left in that previous AO, it didn't do much for him. But if he can make that work again in a critical moment, that would be great. Meanwhile, looking at this Op4 cop here that they've made, it's not bad. It is a bit of a grenade trap, but it's not bad.
No, I'm sure the part of the strategy is, especially with the bunker and the two Hesco watchtowers, to not let him get close enough to throw grenades. But,
oh, man. If... I really wish that the Taru was doing some scouting right now. Wait, the Taru's going to get right on top of those MRAPs. He could tell the BTR to look left.
Yeah.
And they're even shooting at him. They need to tell that BTR to look left. He could do so much damage with that 14.5 millimeter cannon on these MRAPs. Oh, this is nail-biting. They're getting up right next to... They're even driving in the force. They spotted the BTR. Turn that gun.
And that's the M2. That's going to pierce it.
And it knocks out the people. It knocked out the driver. Oh, my God. How do you miss-micro a unit like that?
I mean, it would be one thing if it was just communication.
Oh, God.
There was gunfire. There was gunfire from those MRAPs.
How did they miss-micro that? I mean, it's out on its own, so you at least need one dude doing Overwatch for it, but god damn.
And they're gonna keep shooting it. I don't think there's much of a
I mean, I would scuttle this bitch. Like, I'll be honest, I hate Russian vehicle sites when I'm locked in first person. So if I was Blue 4 and I had these comfy MRAPs, I'd rather keep the damn MRAPs, but god. The fact that they miss-micro that asset really grinds my gears here, because that was probably an expensive piece of hardware to buy, and it was on its own, I guess, to stop the MRAPs, because they did know that they were using MRAPs. They got that data from Zone 1 when the Taru originally scouted them out, so they had the idea, but they just completely miss-microed the route. And he was watching to the south, which, again...
Oh my god!
Where did it go?
It went nuclear! They tried to take Victor Reznov out of it, and it went nuclear towards the Green Mountain.
Oh my god, I missed it.
Oh my god, and it took out a Blue 4 too.
Wow.
The Victor in there, but Sergeant Bridges, who was an auto rifleman, gets clotheslined at 1,000,000 miles an hour by a 5-ton BTR.
Yeah, so they just freaking double tapped him with a rifle. They got up there, buddy, though. They'll be able to get him stitched and blood bag because they still got time to assault. Meanwhile, Ramirez and Logan looking opposite directions.
Oh man, if you were watching me at twitch.tv/BarbarianReeb, you would have seen that.
Oh, wow. Wow, Barb, really?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Really? You're gonna shill like that. How about we say, hey, get on the multi-Twitch so we can share the viewers, you glutton?
My viewers.
Meanwhile, hold up. Logan's now looking at Ramirez, but he's not taking the shot. What is Ramirez doing?
He's playing the long game. He's becoming a bush monster. He is becoming the tree.
Logan, take the shot, Logan. What is Logan? Logan's looking away now. What?
I mean, he did the same kind of behavior at the tower, and it didn't work out from then.
No, it didn't. He tried to hold himself with the pistol, like.
But with
Logan,
it might work. He can be alone, and he's certainly he's kind of out in the by himself. His next guy's about 50 meters away, but if he were to open fire, he'd get catch the attention of 3 more Blue Forest dudes. So if he's able to just report that up and act like a VC, just hiding in the bushes, calling out enemy positions and enemy movements, that could be big for dealing with the southern flank.
I can see your point, but with how everything is, I would rather just make my trades because we have air assets to do our scouting.
That's true.
But I don't know. It's a big question. I just saw shots come in. I think that's just ricochet. As these 2 M2s fire on those Op 4 guys' positions, though.
Amazing. This is a light show right here.
I have no idea what's going on. So, Op 4 returning fire with an AK.
Not gonna do much against those MRAPs.
No, it's not. And now you got 1 Blue 4 guy up ahead, taking out a Russian guy. More suppressive fire going up this tree line here. We just heard a Titan launch on an MRAP. That's gonna be a hit kill. Oh, beautiful.
Because of Ace, they're both able to escape, but that's a pretty powerful asset taken out.
No. The real nature of that, though, is Blue 4 has been using both of those vehicles to transport. So it might not look like much now, but that's going to create a logistics issue for Blue 4 when they're moving on to Zone 3, if they even get there at this point.
That's true. I wonder what the actual victory condition is. If it's tickets or time limit or what the case is. But if you check the map, you can see we're coming up close to an hour and a half inside of this.
Ooh, we just saw an RPG hit the other MRAP, and the crew is bailing out. Beautiful hit.
I wonder if the hole went red and they're deciding to play it safe. Engine doesn't look to be
speaking. Yep, and Titan round going in. That is going to lock that Vic down and even knock a dude out. Amazing. So all the vehicles are out of the play at this point, and this has become an infantry on infantry fight.
Well, infantry on infantry, but what about the BTR? Where'd that go? Oh, wait, no, they took that out.
You're the one that saw it fly and then used it to shill for your channel, you scatterbrain.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, it's late.
Anyway, Carlson killing another one of those Op 4 guys, making the other Op 4 guy, the Titan dude, look towards the north, but he's got 3 Blue 4 guys coming up to flank, and his days are numbered. But I will admit, Titan guy's done his job, took out both MRAPs, and has made a logistical issue for the other players, and he now goes down.
If I'm going to be honest, he kind of just let himself be killed. I wonder if that was intentional so he could get back to base.
Meanwhile,
or Titan missiles.
Logan blew up a barn and killed a dude.
What the fuck?
Okay.
There's another corpse to the south.
I think that's just, I think he was shot by the western bunker, because I do see an Op 4 guy looking in that direction, but Logan, I guess, channeling his inner Allah Akbar, and he's awake now, and he blows up the other barn. That's why they were all down there. That's why he didn't engage. He was waiting to bait Blue 4 in and blow them up. Jesus Christ.
The combat engineer, and be able to have those explosives down.
Meanwhile, Blue 4 has a Blackhawk in the air as well.
Oh, yeah, I guess they got that for a bit more.
And that supplies is now on the, close to Zone 1.
Minigun. That's the Blackhawk with an M.
Oh, that minigun is going to rain hell on that position. I heard another explosive charge go down. Logan's days are numbered, though. He's glitching out, and the other Blue 4 guy's awake. He's going to get some revenge. Get him, Bridges! Oh, Bridges like, yeah, hey buddy, you tried to blow me up? Now let me blow your head off with my machine gun. Didn't do squat, Logan. I'm sorry. Better luck next time.
To the south, that's right next to Logan's dead body now. I
Yep.
don't know if that was it or not, but.
So we also have Carlson flanking around on the north here. And Op4 is, their days are numbered. They had an explosive at the one entrance to this compound, but it was triggered early, possibly shot by that vehicle. That's unfortunate.
Possibly. I think that they are using the Ace explosive, so they're on clackers or possibly timers. Who knows?
I would think they're on clackers, but because the timer is way too risky.
Oh yeah, but if he's up there, and oh no, I think.
This cop is now pretty much surrounded. Carlson moving in, making his move, coming in from a vector. No one's watching except for one guy, but he's not firing at the right flank. He's gonna get right up here and shoot this guy. Point blank. Oh, gosh, there it goes. Shooting at another dude, takes him out. And now Op4. I don't think they're reacting to this. There's one guy coming around, he's checking. Otherwise, they don't know. He's now gonna watch down this entrance. Op4 guys looking, and Carlson trying to commit to the push, and unfortunately bites the bullet there. But he took out two of them, and that is a good trade right now in the scheme of things.
Speaking of down, Op4, Staffenberger, that Titan missileman, is still down. You were mentioning earlier about how if someone is down but they don't die,
yeah,
they're bleeding out. He dies now, but that's the kind of thing that could make him miss a respawn wave.
Meanwhile, Op4 is now freaking out. They thought there were more dudes with Carlson, so they're throwing some panic grenades, putting some suppressive fire back there as well. So Carlson giving his buddies time to regroup and attack from a different flank, because you have Cyrus up here. Bandaging in the open, not the best idea, but Blue 4 might want to take advantage of this as their Blackhawk continues to rain down fire.
Those shots are going way over.
Yep.
Suppressing them audibly, but nowhere near with actual.
They got to get closer. Move quick enough to evade RPGs, but there's also a Little Bird coming in. I think that's just purely recon.
We have two more Blue 4 right outside.
Yeah, they need to throw grenades in. This would be perfect for grenades. One of them running right in front of a dude. He gets shot as a Blue 4 guy gets on the perimeter wall, gets knocked out immediately. More grenades being popped right now. Where is Blue 4's grenades? This would be There's one going in. Oh, that's going to do some damage. I just saw some shrapnel go into two of Op4 guys. Another grenade gets popped over. It was a miss. A grenade getting dropped right outside the compound. A grenade getting thrown right into the bunker. Oh, this is beautiful.
That second one's going to be... Oh, no! Oh, my God! It landed in between some Hescos and was effectively...
I have no idea what the Southern Blue 4 force is doing, though. They need to pull in and assist because they don't have any good eyes from that vector.
No, there's so much cover and concealment from the trenches and the trees that it's just... Yeah,
Op4 still has a number advantage, though. There needs to be more grenades thrown. And yeah, they're just point-blank shooting at each other, trying to get any advantage they can, but it looks like Blue 4 just knocked out one more Op4 guy, and that could make all the difference. More grenades being popped that need to be spammed. Because another Blue 4 guy got knocked out. Another Blue 4 guy coming up from afar. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Blue 4 guys compared to 6 in a very tight space. Really wish Blue 4 would use more of these grenades. But yeah, they're going through the one entrance, and of course he gets knocked out by a dude watching it. Like, it's too obvious. They gotta vault in through the bunkers.
Couple more grenades going in, but don't seem to be too effective.
Another Blue 4 guy goes down because Bravo 1-1 got on the wall and knocked him out. I think Op4 is gonna hold this position.
They still have some Blue 4 crawling around, and Red 4 numbers are dwindling. Another Blue 4 trying to push that entrance, but...
Yeah, he does have it smoked. That Op4 guy, he's getting keyholed by a different position. Shrugs it off, though.
Yep, that's...
And now you got this Blue 4 guy coming up right on the corner. Oh, this is so close. Op4 needs to watch that entrance. Instead, he gets mag dumped.
Yeah, Sergeant Bridges gets that keyhole on the red 4.
Now there's only 2 Op4 guys. They just lost that advantage in a heartbeat because of these smokes. They're wounded from all the grenades, so they've been bandaging. But this is where things are going to get very messy.
We have a Red Sphere with a PKM. I mean, they're blue 4 inside the compound.
The hunter's about to become the hunted. He's going to look up and see that dude in the tower.
No, he misses him.
No,
He misses
hold
him.
up. Wow, bro, he's bandaging, bro.
He looked right
Oh
at
my
him.
God.
No, nothing.
He's gonna wake up. He's gonna flank both of these guys.
He's just like, hey guys, what's going on?
Oh my God! Please, please turn around. You're reloading. Rocket went in, and he gets friendly fired by his own rocket.
Friendly fire by
it manages to hit the other PKM guy. Why? What is this? This is like when my player base does something stupid. It's now 2v1. More tracers coming in.
We still have Bridges on the exterior. It's a 3v1 right now.
You're right, there are 3 people, but holy crap.
More shots coming in from that Blackhawk, but I mean, they're sporadic at best.
Oh my God. I mean, we have the benefit of seeing things from, you know, a bird's eye view camera, but I still cannot believe they didn't see each other. Like,
I'm wondering what M136s they have, because if it's HEDP, okay, I get that, but heat rocket.
Oh,
like
I just noticed Op4's got reinforcements 200 meters away. Can this guy hold?
This is just a repeat of Zone 1. They're gonna, if he can hold out, great, but if he like goes on a Rambo charge, he's gonna get decked, and they're gonna lose it with reinforcements like 100.
Hold up, Wiki just entered the zone from the side. If he stays in corner camps it, he could hold it regardless of what happens to Ardif.
Yes, that is true. What we saw with the first one is when that last Red 4 defender went down, that's when Blue 4 took.
Op4 is now entering the zone. Yeah, Op4 held. Op4 held.
Op4 is holding.
I can't believe this.
Well, they didn't have Op4 didn't have a tower to charge down.
Hold up, Blue 4 throwing a grenade. He threw it over. Wow, bro, change your freaking grenade. There you go. Dropped it right where that auto rifleman is. That's going to hit his legs. Ouch.
Yeah,
but auto rifleman, he's crawling out. He's going to be able to get this kill.
Oh, no. He's medicing his buddy, but he doesn't peek out.
No, but you bellend.
Doesn't peek out far enough, and he's...
Oh, my God. Now we've got Op4 Wiki coming in, dealing with Cosmonaut. Knocks him out with a grenade, but that worked in Cosmonaut's favor.
And now we're seeing some actual possible action from that Blackhawk.
Yep, it's doing... Someone got their 12 kill streak. So unfortunately, the guy that iDean was working on goes down. So Dean now can push in.
Look, Wiki just passed by someone. There's a Blue 4 player medicing behind a trench. He didn't see him go past.
Oh, man.
And now he's going to turn around.
But he's going to get Dean. There's still... Yeah, because he's still looking at where Wiki was. So how did Wiki come around? What is going on?
Cosmonaut was prone behind the trench medicing. So the way that Wiki came up, he didn't see him at all.
Hold up.
Covered by the trench.
Bridges is now coming up. Gets B1. Oh.
No.
But now the reinforcements are in. I think Wiki just went around. Nope, that was a different guy. That was Firefighter. Olaf now coming into the base. There is one dude left. Olaf doesn't see him. Gets mag dumped. Oh, that was too close. But he didn't take any shots.
Well,
never mind. He's dead now. But yeah, Op4 has made it back to the base. They have held. Their reinforcements have just spawned in. Look at all those people back. I cannot believe Op4 was able to clutch that. Had that guy in Blue 4 taken a second, like Logan was being patient with those bombs, had he had taken that second, he could have cleared this position out, and we would be telling a much different story. So I do not know.
Now we're seeing...
Your mic cut out again. Some people in my chat are saying, I guess bandaging makes you invisible.
Apparently, with this tall grass and
oh man,
multicam camo.
If I was in Op4's shoes, I would be looting the dead for every machine gun and AT weapon I could get. and I would work with whatever we've got. But hold up, so we started this about 8:30, right?
Yeah, about the whole thing. It was about 8:30.
Yeah. So we're approaching the 3-hour mark. Actually, the 4-hour mark, because 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. So yeah, it's been about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it will be the 30-hour mark. My bad.
Yeah. But I mean, and we're going close to we're past 90 minutes in this one alone, and I'm so curious as to what the win condition is, because if it's just a time limit,
yeah,
what that time limit is.
So Op4 was sending some guys around. Chupless took one of the Op4 guys out, but Fanaka, however you pronounce his name, was able to hit Chupless, but he is only unconscious. He's not dead. Meanwhile, there's another Blue 4 guy now scouting in with binoculars, trying to see what happened to him.
Yeah, and there were 3, and now there's 1 as far as Blue 4 is concerned. They were trying to do something, but I don't think they even got into the perimeter. And we have 6 men total scattered about as Cot gets caught out in the open. Just some sporadic fire, nothing really effective.
Yeah, he doesn't really have anywhere to move, though, because Op4 blew up all the buildings.
Well, we do have Brady here, who's also pretty out of position. He's got these trees for friends, but those friends will not stick around for long, I don't think. They're not going to protect them for much. As
Op4 QRF has also respawned. I don't see a helicopter out, though, so...
Here come the Blue 4 reinforcements. There are 14 souls, as well as the pilot above on board the Blackhawk, destined for Zone 2. And
they're still back here.
I mean, we could see an inverse of what happened with the Op4 reinforcements for Zone 1. If they para-drop them over, that's going to be very interesting. More supply spawn, and...
in the exact same spot!
Well, not only that, they spawned near Zone 1.
Yep.
Behind where Zone 1 was, so...
See, the thing is, Blue 4 is having their pilot assets focus on reinserts and chopper gunners, though, so they should really consider going over and getting those supplies so they could possibly get another vehicle up to work against Op4 here.
And we're seeing some suppressing fire coming onto Cot's position. When looks like they're trying to pen the door. I saw Brady get a couple good shots on his arm, but otherwise it's going to be pretty stagnant. We do have a small detachment coming out to the east of Zone 2 along that tree line. Stathenberger has respawned, so he's going to have a fresh set of missiles. If he's able to get a lock onto the Blackhawk as it comes in, assuming that they don't drop him back where... it looks like Platoon...
I think they're going to drop where Platoon HQ is, because he's scouting out that LZ. It's a smart play there, but, I mean, Blue 4 now has to know, maybe because they knew the Titan gunner was out and that they boxed him in, then they were comfortable with bringing that chopper in. But now that they know that he's probably coming the reinsert wave, they're going to be a lot more defensive with those helicopters until they can confirm he's dead. Is on that guy's face. Oh, I found someone who has a Hentai Haven logo in his eyes.
Oh no, that was we saw him last week, remember?
Did we?
Was he the dude? Does he have like a bunch of anime girls?
Yeah, that's awkward.
We saw him last week.
Makes me wanna. He's dead in one of the towers. Meanwhile,
whisk some milk some more.
Shut up. But Op4 dude dead. Dead as a doornail on the door. The guy that he knocked out unfortunately died as he was being carried back, and Blue 4 is now pulling back, I guess, to regroup with their main force.
Yeah, I would, with that element, now that they're just kind of sticking to the forest, I guess, but I would have gone to where Montgomery is, in that little strip to the east of where they were going, and stuck to that, because otherwise they're just going through an open field for most of it.
Yeah, Logan is doing another interesting strategy. He's crawling through the dirt. He might try to lay some more explosives.
He's just channeling his inner DayZ. He is a dirt-chomping little gremlin.
Meanwhile, looking at Op4's numbers, they got a lot more guys that spawn back at base, so I guess with some more firefights here, They've got another HQ building that they're loading as well, but yeah, they've got a big chunk of reinforcements that they still got to bring in. So if Blue 4 were to double or triple time it here, they could actually come up and hit Zone 2 again with by sheer numbers. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, we've only got 6 dudes defending that zone right now, and I think only... no, it looks like most of them are actually still in the cop here. It's just Logan that's flanking around, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 14, 16, 17 Blue 4 guys. So it's a 6v17. Wiki is back on his own right now towards the north. So he might be AFK, but, you know, it's 8. Oh, he's in a tree.
Oh, that's an interesting play.
Interesting.
I was going to say, though, something to note with Zone 2 is they've teleported the truck there, the supply truck, back to base.
Yeah, so they might be planning on getting an early start at Zone 3, but I wouldn't give up on this defense just yet. If they were to fly that chopper in and land it where they landed it previously, they could hold that position out. We could probably see a draw be made at Zone 2.
Well, I mean, again, like I said, it's interesting. I mean, I wish I knew what the win condition was. It has to be a timer at this point, but
who cares about willing? I'm here to watch people kill each other.
Oh, I know, but I'm just thinking of sort of strategy. What is Red Fort gonna do as far as like, because now that if say for instance it's a 2-hour time limit, they're you know, they can burn some time by, you know, having them.
You know what? You know what, Barbarian? I think we just have to have faith in Logan. He is slowly crawling towards Blue 4, and he is going to sneak behind them. He's going to put demo charges right on their back, and then they're going to run in, clump up, and blow up. He's totally, and I say, he's totally not going to get caught out of position and shot to death. No, he is going to get behind everybody. He's going to yell, "I'm the motherfucking Wolverine," and then turn on Max's melee mod. Even though it's not keyed on the server, he's still going to find a way, and he's going to kill everybody with his invincibility hacks. That's what I want to see. Let's hope it happens.
Liru?
Yeah.
Look south-southeast from Logan's position in the field.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know how or why they landed it there, but it's there. If Logan sees it, I mean, there's only
Logan,
one thing for it.
I was making up ridiculous bullshit for you, but please, please, for the love of God, see that little bird. I want to see some sort of improvised helicopter missile go into the Black Hawk. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but
I don't think it is, but
God damn.
Anyway.
I would. Have you seen the clip from BIA where the helicopter gets Mario stomped by the other helicopter? I've even done that with the little bird. I Mario stomped an MI8.
I watched
Let's see it.
Man.
Let's see it.
I don't think that's allowed either, but, you know, who knows?
Logan, come on, buddy.
Oh, what's he doing?
He's got a tree in between him and it, so I don't think he's going to see it, but oh, that would be such a good play. MI8 doing a very close land. Blue 4 baiting it in. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Where's a Blue 4 rocket launcher?
I see some dudes with rifles. They're opening up on it now, but...
Yeah, that was such a waste. If they let it go on a landing vector and had a 136 pulled out, they could have potentially knocked that Vic out. Meanwhile, I just watched 2 Blue 4 dudes get murked by a machine gun.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And the supply truck's back up here. I think the MIA dropped the supply truck.
Oh my God. Logan has spotted the helicopter.
He's
going for it. He's taking it slow. In his case, I would take it slow too. With all that gunfire right next to him, I would want to guarantee getting that helicopter. But if he can get it, there are so many things you can do with an unarmed little bird. Like everything that you have said is a bannable offense. So let's see if Logan can pull a power play, especially with putting explosive charges on the front of it, and then he could literally drive it up to someone and explode. That's grenadier fire going through.
He got spotted. No, that's overshoots. He's getting overshot.
Yeah, that's overshot.
But
that is just unlucky.
They're just hitting him with grenades and with bullets.
All right, Logan, come on. You got to realize, keep it low, bro. Just bandage yourself. You know that if you were actually spotted, he's pulling out his pistol. He's dropping his gun.
Is he going
He's
for
dropped it.
stamina?
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Max stamina.
Go for it.
His backpack.
Go for it, buddy.
He's going straight. He's just trying to steal it. He's
Let's
not
do
gonna
it.
try to destroy
Man,
it.
I trust him. Blue 4's right there, though. Bringing in QRF. Oh, no. Logan.
Coming to the edge.
No, but they're not going to see him. They're not going to see him. Logan beating the angle here. He's going to do it.
He's got it. He's at it.
He's got it. Hopefully they won't freak out and turn around because that's a Blue 4 chopper. No one's going to ask any fucking questions. Logan, my man. No, Blue 4 turned around, but he sees that's a chopper. He's trying to PID who that is.
But he's taking
Go for it, Logan. Go for it. Logan.
Go, Logan.
Logan.
He got it.
Logan. Oh.
Oh my God, he got it.
Oh.
Madman.
Oh my God, there was a Blue 4 dude staring at him. He just got shot in the head. Oh, good job, Logan. I take back what I might have said about you. The Blackhawk, though, is now driving towards him. It's going to try to hunt him down. No, it's circling around. Oh.
Oh my God.
That gets brownie points. That gets brownie points from me. He has stolen a little bird.
And I think that was absolutely the right play to make, and as opposed to the timer. I mean, okay, if he had put a charge in it and set a timer, maybe. If he had put it so discreet.
I mean, what's better though, demoing an asset or stealing it? I mean, the stealing part's more risky, sure, but in his shoes, he thought Blue 4 was making their major offensive. I would have done the same thing in his shoes, considering everything.
And here's the thing to consider with stealing that little bird: the vehicle integrated long range.
Yep. By the way, he does. So one dude just used his pistol to dunk on the guy that was in the driver's seat of the HQ vehicle. Op4 is pretty much grenade spamming here. No, it's Blue 4 spamming smoke grenades to get up close. And you're just seeing a lot of grenades getting thrown in. Two guys next to a grenade, but they were able to get away in time. Blackhawk Chopper Gunner now suppressing the inside too, but those bullets are going everywhere. Much more liberal use of grenades, though. It's forcing the Op 4 guys to get into fortified positions where they are being taken out by Blue 4 guys getting right up on the perimeter here. I mean, look, there's this one Blue 4 dude. He's got his handgun out. He's trying to look inside.
That's a marksman. That's Drake. So it's either.
I don't know why he's not taking the frickin' scope off his gun and just shooting with that, because that's a 7.62. That could easily kill these guys. That, or he could go into the Russian's body, grab more grenades, and throw them in here. I think that's a wasted opportunity, but he does have another dude coming up to help him.
Keyhole. He spots the barrel of the AK. And he's gonna
get your marksman rifle out. Oh my God, dude. Oh, he's gonna keyhole that dude. But pistols are fucking worthless. Oh, and he gets him.
Gets it down, but his buddy buddy gets a perfect trade. Kill for kill. Headshot for headshot.
Oh my God. Yeah, I stand by this. Pistols are pretty bad.
Yeah.
You gotta, like, take the scope off your rifle. Now more Blue 4 guys are coming around.
We've seen dudes tank machine gun rounds and keep walking. So to use the pistol, I mean, you gotta dump the whole mag before, he even knows what hit him. But
by the way, Logan has landed that helicopter. It's been given to Patriot. I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but now that they have another they could use that for reinserts, because that thing will fly better and more maneuverable than those Mi-8s.
Yeah, and as we saw with Blue 4, I mean, it can hold, what, 7, 8 people?
Yeah, with those side things too. Wow, so you just had PKM on M249. PKM wins because it's, it was a 249. So 7.62 versus 5.56 for machine gun. Grenade goes off, knocks another dude to his feet, and he's coming out. He's now gonna shoot people. Look at that. And he's now running right. Other two guys did not know what hit them, and it is 3v4 right now. And they're bandaging.
He's got another dude. He missed him in the heat of battle. Fog of war.
Oh, you're right. Yep, there's one dude still back there. So he is now trying to get a flank. He got hit pretty hard. He's trying to get back to, oh my God, that grenade throw. Went a little over, and unfortunately he gets taken out. Does a trade. There's another guy that came around. Holy crap. There's just so much going on. Look at this.
The H barrier? When the H barrier washed out?
The double PKMs, but the rifle's trying to go around to hit him. He doesn't notice, though. How did you not hear those bullets? Oh, and he sprays him down. He jumps. What are you doing?
And he's getting back on top.
Oh, my God. What? What is this? What is this? Bro! And he gets shot by the pistol!
And that's zone 2, Cap.
What is this? Wiki, unfortunately, doing a wide flank. Montgomery also getting shot by a dude wide flank. Oh my god.
What?
Is that the second Little Bird? That's the second Little Bird. Gets double tapped. He's gonna steal it. In the exact same spot, no less.
In the exact same spot.
What is this?
I'm gonna say Logan did it better because he did it.
Logan did it better because he fucking crawled up, man. He made that choice.
He belly crawled.
Look. You're right in the fact, like, the game is right. Op 4 lost zone 2. They won the battle, but in my opinion, Op 4 won the war because they have both the Little Birds.
My heart.
They won my heart too. Platoon HQ, they've got another MRAP over here, but that's all of Blue 4's air support minus the Blackhawk they bought. So,
and they're gonna get more supply points, but
that's not even MRAP. That's their HQ building vehicle that they're moving up. So
yes, but it does have an M2 on the top. But I mean, no,
I wouldn't use that though, because that's their like HQ Vic, and they're already deploying on zone 3, and they've stolen both of the little. It's just amazing, but. One advantage Blue 4 does have, though, is I'm willing to bet that Blackhawk is loaded with,
Oh my god. Take a look at the Little Bird captured
bunch
by
of
Red
people.
4 by Logan.
Which one?
So menacing. The one flying south right now.
Oh my god. They got two.
Menacing.
They got their own Russian door gunner on the left and an AK. Is that a GL, though? I can't tell.
No, that's just a regular AK-75.
All right, but they're supplies grabbing.
Yeah, they're grabbing supplies, but he's got to be careful with his power lines.
Yeah, he'll be fine, though. But yeah, no, Little Bird with 2 PKPs or PKMs on the side, or a Grenadier, that can be pretty much a rudimentary attack bird at this point.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Blue 4 does have a large group of reinforcements. They're going to try rushing to zone 3, excuse me, but with those Little Birds now under the control of Russians, I don't see Blue 4 getting that much ahead here, especially if those Little Birds are used for offensive capabilities with people on the sides. Because they could go hunt down the Blackhawks with the right getup, because 7.62 will penetrate a Blackhawk with enough suppressive fire.
Enough about Blackhawks penetrating. I want to see what Red 4 does with the defense of Zone 3 here. They need to get that supply truck up there and see, just start, mapping things out. The supply truck is gone from where Zone 2 was, but they need to get it.
Meanwhile, Wiki running up, but he gets mowed down because someone had their spider senses tingling and just happened to look to the south. Meanwhile, Indigo, he's walking right now, but he needs to get his guys over there and start driving to Zone 3 because these guys are going to have a bit of a logistics shortage. And why? Someone's being dropped off way early here.
Are they? Yeah, that's...
It's because they have a respawn flag over here, so I think they're retaking that so they can deploy it up further. That makes sense.
That does make sense, yes. Although, I don't know. Never mind.
Now, meanwhile, I think they lost one of the Little Birds.
Did they?
Yeah, because they're, if you look up, they've got 2 wounded. I don't know what they could have hit, though.
Yeah, Logan crashed. They crashed the bird. Go on the left and scroll down to find Logan. They crashed the bird somehow.
Oh, man, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, he loses some...
But no, it wasn't Logan that was flying it, though. It was Patriot.
Was it Patriot?
Yeah, so it's okay. Our Chad Logan, he still gets brownie points. That's because Patriot's the actual pilot, so he's got the little getup. So, yeah, I don't know what he could have hit there. I guess he just flew it too low, maybe had a glitch in his buttons, and unfortunately lost control.
Who knows? I still have the other one that was captured by...
Yeah, but how do you crash a Little Bird?
You get a little too confident in your flying abilities, I'm sure. Where's that other one now? I'm not seeing that other one either.
That other one's back at base. I think FN, who the guy was that stole it, has dropped it off, so they can at least still use the other one, but...
Yes.
That is devastating, though, that Blue 4 has lost both of their MRAPs and both of their little birds, and now they have a purchased Blackhawk for transport. But even then, that's gonna just leave a lot of dudes still at base, because, you know, they've got about 20, 25 people per side, and that Blackhawk can only fit about 14. 15 with the co-pilot.
Yeah, and I mean, we're seeing them fly in way, way north, kind of doing what they tried to do with the first zone and get a flank going in quick.
Do you remember the coordinates of those power lines? I want to go look at them because maybe he nicked them, and someone in my chat brought up it might have snagged the fuel tank, forcing a crash land. Yeah, I got it.
Supplies at 055067. But I watched.
I'm not seeing any power lines down though, so I think he just lost control of the stick and plowed it.
They're a good click north of that, so I think the pilot. I think he was flying nape of the earth and either desynced or got a little too close and kissed the ground.
By the way, Blackhawk deploying, being really risky. It's partially armoring itself in the wall here. Looks like it's not doing any damage, though. But again, I mean, those little birds, you remember last week where one of the factions, even though they lost, they got a second little bird and helped use it for scouting data? That's what they could have done with those little birds, but it's just unfortunate that was crashed, because if they had one little bird just circling Zone 3, they'd be able to see this Blackhawk deploying these infantry, which are now forming a loose wedge, and it could help them out. But now that the Blackhawk's going straight south, Op4 is going to hear it. I see no one, only one dude turning around to look at it, though. Looks like the rest of his guys are following suit now that it's louder. But if they were trying to be stealthy with that, they've essentially lost it. They're going helicopter hunting.
Oh, yeah. And shots are getting close. Watching the traces land on the MIA.
I wonder where that Titan gunner is, because that Blackhawk's going to fly right over.
Let's see. He might be dead. I'm not seeing him on the player list.
The pilot got shot out!
And it hits the ground.
Oh! Beautiful. What a beautiful shot!
And I mean, Op4 are just proving once again that they are.
That was. Situation. They don't have any vehicles left. Blue 4's out.
Yep.
Like they got one little bird that I think's so the vehicle. So it kind of sucks though that they didn't keep the other little bird then, because all they've got are 4 transport trucks and this little bird now. But yeah, if I knew that I would have kept the little birds at base then and just completely denied them to the enemy.
Someone said in your chat a bit earlier, what about a Blackhawk down scenario?
Blackhawk down.
Here.
I mean, we
Sholand has survived. Sholand survived the Blackhawk crash, and he's rolling around on the ground.
Come on, Sholand. You're all that's left. Kill Makarov. Finish the mission.
Man, they're looking for him, but they don't see anything. I think they're giving up the search.
They're not looking. They're just building. They're trying to build fortifications here. They're going with the battle. A cargo post. We have an Igla. Manpad Igla chair being deployed. That is a good call. But
yeah, especially with the helicopters. But also, someone also in your chat mentioned you got the little bird that crashed and got shut up when Logan flew it away. He was able to get that back to base. So any problems that he would have had, they would have been able to rectify.
Yeah.
Base, so.
But looks like they're actually going to use the other little bird here. I see it getting taken off right now. I'm trying to click back in the zone here. But yeah, they're just circling around with it. And they've got someone now sitting in the Igla chair. Personally, though, they're not asset counting, though. Because if they were to count the 2 little birds that were stolen and the Blackhawk, there's actually no point of them buying this Igla chair now. But I still can see why. But the HQ Vic for Blue 4, he's picked up the other 2 guys. They're going to probably go in a driving frenzy and go pick up the neutral supplies.
Yeah, that's what Cyrus is doing right now. So he just came up to the first one.
But that supplies is going to be really useful for Blue 4, so they can buy more MRAPs or another Blackhawk. So, if anything, Op4's ignorance in not noticing how many helicopters they've actually dealt with is going to still help them out. But meanwhile, that one lone medic...
Right. I want to just come back. Remember, Vishnoya has 2 supply crates that spawn next to each other. So they're going to get 3 supply crates, which I believe is 1,500 points. That is a war chest.
But Zone 3 is under attack right now. I thought the medic was making his move. No, it's the infantry that have deployed and have gone to this far hill.
Blued. Sholin is getting blue on blue by
Oh.
forces coming in from the northeast.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. He's trying to get up, do the friendly wiggle. And I've noticed the bullets have stopped too, so keck. But I actually noted about Zone 3 being this far. I would have brought it closer to the northeast and put my Op4 guys in Overwatch positions in this hill. But now that it's been put so far away, Op4 is going to essentially get shot at by those hills. They're still trying to put fortifications up, but they can't because they're under heavy fire now. So Op4's been caught with their pants down. You still got someone trying to frantically build fortifications here, but it's
trying to reposition them so that they're facing the north.
Yep, he's getting shot at though.
Bottom right of your screen, you do notice that we have about 27 minutes and counting left in this. That's the time limit that Blue 4 has to capture both Zone 3 and Zone 4. As the Little Bird is now flying in with some reinforcements.
Down there.
Right at pretty close to show.
They just bought a BTR-80 too, but it's in the worst possible position. But friendly Op4 Little Bird coming in, dropping off reinforcements. And Sean was right there, but didn't notice in time. It wasn't able to do anything, but he's got it flying right over his head. I'm surprised he didn't take pot shots at it. I would have.
Ooh, that Little Bird got really close to get hit in the dirt.
No, he was just trying to gain some momentum to fly away from the Blue 4 units that were to his north. Sean putting a grenade up there to try to catch somebody, but he has lost that opportunity. But those Op 4 reinforcements are starting to get shot at from Blue 4 to the north. Meanwhile, I wonder where Blue 4's second wave... Yep, so Blue 4 got that Little Bird back. They're bringing a second wave of reinforcements in now, and the HQ Vic has captured those other two groups of supplies and is probably moving those other two riflemen to the south.
That is a clown car full of Blue 4 infantry.
Keck. But BTR-80 is now in position here, and you're going to start seeing it suppressed very accurately. It shot towards a guy who was already down, but it is now just putting some rounds down to confirm him going down. He actually has the uniform glitch, so he looks naked to us, but he woke back up. He's got a 249. He should be bandaging.
Now,
but he's popping some smoke grenades too.
That down medic, he almost got caught out by some Red 4 infantry to his about 1 o'clock now, but he was able to stay undetected, and he's gone to the edge of this little grove here.
Yep, we have Op 4 attempting a landing in the middle of this fight. He's got to be careful because he's flying really close to where this BTR is shooting.
He's dropping off like 1, maybe 2 guys. Is this really the best time for this?
Probably not, but I mean, you gotta get them in somehow. Meanwhile, BTR-80 still firing up at that smoke, so that's why he popped those smoke grenades to draw its fire. A grenade round going off.
Yeah, 203 almost hits the MI8.
Oh, would have been a beautiful shot. Well, let me select it. And I think they've got a guy in the rear gunner in the rear seat that just put some rounds out. It was pretty ineffective, though. Ooh. And Platoon HQ has gotten their Vic up there by the giant red barn.
Yeah, the red warehouse building. They're up here with that MRAP. They're placing down that spawn here, so this is going to be their forward position.
Yep.
I don't know if that spot specifically is the best. I would have done a bit more into town.
I disagree because if you remember in brief, they did say if the flag is too close to enemies, then you won't be able to spawn. So I think he's mapped out the range of the flag and adjusted it from there. But he's got to be careful because Op 4 guys, they are looking in that direction, so they're still checking. I think the 360 tonight has overall been really, really good. But even then, you've been seeing some trick plays here of a few people sneaking up and around, and that's just a testament on 360 itself. It's never going to be perfect. But I do...
Shout out to Sholin. I'm sorry, he is staying completely still. He hasn't moved the past, like...
He's waiting for a good opportunity, and I don't blame him. He's got a freaking BTR-80 up here that could easily mow his ass down, and he's only a medic. So he's got to be careful. But we did see a spotter spotting rounds for that BTR-80, which was really good. Blue 4's down to 7 people on that northern flank, and that BTR is still just wildly suppressing, but it's only using its 7.62. It's saving its 14.5 millimeter for something bigger, and you have this medic sneaking up. Meanwhile, MI8 is landing over here, possibly to deploy one guy. He's got to be careful though. He's
Oh,
getting
he's
very
shifting.
close to those trees. His liftoff might be a bit tough, but he's dropping off a PKM gunner, and he's able to turn it away. Good, good,
He
good.
does it right. Absolutely right.
On PvP servers, you usually find the best pilots anyway. But Little Bird has come around. It dropped off 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 more dudes in the open though. But they have some defilade cover to move up. So they're probably going to move up the southwestern flank here. Follow this tree line. What?
Let's interrupt. Our man is at it again. North side of Starry Stillborn.
What is Logan doing?
He's doing what he does best.
Oh my God.
Never expects.
Hold up. Is that a main battle tank on the field?
Where?
They used the supply points to buy a freaking main battle tank and a 113. See, that is why you have to capture supplies in these types of operations, because you can pull out some crazy assets here. Where is that Op 4 Titan? Yeah, no, Op 4 screwed on this one.
Op 4 Titan, A2, Staffelberger. He's standing by the BTR. He needs to get away
So
from
here's the thing. The Vanguard that was watching, he just saw that Abrams move around, so he needs to call that in. He does have an RPG, though. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a tandem warhead, so he could go lone wolf hunting and try to kill that tank. But where's the Javelin guy?
Staffelberger. He's up
he is in the middle, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
by the BTR 80.
And the 113 is also following, but this is going to get messy.
I mean, they've mentioned it before in some of their other missions. The M1 Abrams is, I mean, I don't think they have the config set up for vehicles, because...
Check your map, the fucking question mark symbol for the fucking M113 is beautiful. But I think they're using shot field as a recon element to say what he sees, because he's been staying incredibly low, but he's also trying to find a good keyhole position on these battle towers, so he might try to snipe who he can. Whoa, no, he just knocked a dude out.
We got one.
I just heard a missile get launched. The missile just got launched on the 113. No, it was a miss. How was it a miss?
Well, it was the Titan and not the Javelin, so...
He choked it. I don't know how he choked a Javelin, but...
Maybe it was a wire
It's
guide.
not supposed to lose lock, though. I don't know.
I'm thinking it was a wire guide, because you can wire guide...
But if it's with Ace, then it fires like an RHS Javelin, and I don't know. But you're right, like, it's somehow lost lock.
The BTR 80 is... It's getting away from that hill. I think it's
Oh, you know, shit, there's a fucking tank out there.
Oh, yes, yeah, the tank shells did have a report, so... And now it's going to the north. It's going to back up Platoon, Blue 4 Platoon HQ and Bravo.
Supplies marked in the blown out barn buildings by Zone 2. That's hilarious.
Oh,
but
God.
I'm willing to bet that BTR is going to go do a wide northern flank and possibly screw with the infantry on that previous flank here. Meanwhile, the tank is now set up at the edge with the 113. And it is going to basically fire in on this compound. I see one Op 4 dude that's been knocked out. But where is that Titan?
That Abrams got to be careful not to overpressure friendly infantry.
Yeah, but if that Abrams were to shoot the command vehicle and blow it up, he would kill 3 people with that shot.
Oh, yeah. Staffelberger, looks like he got injured. He's just finished patching himself up, and he's...
Yeah, so Titan guy is moving to the right. He's trying to get a flank here, but Op 4, they need to send some guys over on the right flank to try to take out that tank. But tank now pushed out on its own. Where is the Titan? The Titan could easily deal with this. 113 also deployed, suppressing up there. Where is that AT? It needs to be utilized.
It around. Oh, he's pulling it out. Pulling out, loading a missile. If he peeks up here at this ridge, I think he's going to continue down to the east-southeast. And
he could easily get a shot on that 113 and stop that advance.
Yeah, but does he go for the 113 or does he go for the Abrams?
Go for the 113 because it has a bunch of infantry moving behind it.
Yeah. There's an RPG gunner. Looks like he's going for the 113. No. What's he doing?
He is. He's going for the 113.
Yeah, but
that's going to be a very difficult shot to make. He only has an iron sight.
Ooh, yep. He dunks it a little bit high. But we have a
tandem warhead though, but that's going to travel a lot slower and could potentially be avoided. Where is that Titan? The Titan's hunting the tank. Titan has a shot on the tank. It's getting a lock.
Another RPG goes
there
out.
It goes.
Titan goes out.
Titan out. Top down shot. Hits the tank in the gun, possibly disabling it.
No, gun looks like gun's still active. probably took some damage. It's back and awake.
Gun is still active.
I think he's saying, all right, give me another. That felt good.
But the damage is done here. Sean, meanwhile, has come in, killed the 3 guys by the HQ building. Sean patiently waiting it out. Oh, man. Now he's getting shot at by friendlies, lol. But, wow, he cleared out that backside. Whoever Bravo 1-1 was over here, Frosty, he goes down as well. One of the dudes in Op 4 wakes back up, though. Sean not noticing.
Snow
Sean!
right under Sean.
Sean! Sean, you fool! Sean! But he didn't. Op 4 didn't see him when he ran up there! How do you not see that?
And he's still getting shot at by friendlies.
And now he's double tapping. Oh my freaking god.
But the 1-3 is still shooting at the HQ.
Well, he thinks he's a bad guy.
Well, he shouldn't.
Freaking the guy in the tower woke up for a second, but got knocked out again.
Here comes the other element. Here comes the AT element. They came back, and now they're
they're getting gunned the fuck down. They lost that opportunity.
We have a Red, Staffenberger, and Olaf. Snow almost wakes back up, and he goes back down again.
Hold up. BTR 80 Alpha has come on the northern flank. However, the tank just shot around at it. It's trying to line up another shot here. As that 80 Alpha is getting a few flanking shots on Blue 4 from the north. It is firing 14.5 millimeter at the... Oh, there they go. I mean, it got a good flanking shot. Yeah, that was the tank with AP. It would easily tear apart that...
I was watching the tank. I don't think it fired. I think it might have been...
I heard a tank shot and saw it explode, so...
I don't know. Maybe it was just me then.
I don't know. But, yeah, no, it got a good flanking shot. Knocked out quite a few guys on the Blue 4 side. Now, there's 2 people still in the zone. Olaf from FK and Ardif, who has also been making some really good plays here. So, Op 4 not out of the fight just yet. Sean... I've been calling him Sean. It's Scotland. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scotland. You're now my Sean.
I don't think it's Scotland either, but hey, I think it's closer. Either way, Blue 4 has 6 people inside the zone right now.
Scotland. He's now Sean. Fuck it. He's Sean.
Fuck it. Yeah, Sean is better.
Sean is Bay. All right.
Anyway.
But
Blue 4 is going to start clearing out they're going to start turning over every stone, executing people.
Blue 4 has 15 minutes, though, to take this zone and the other zone. They're bringing everyone that reinserted in an MI8. That is not a good idea because this tank is still out.
Yep, the tank is still out.
I want to see a tank snipe an MI8. I want to see it.
It could happen. It's got a laser rangefinder. It'll auto range to and be able to.
So it looks like Olaf got shot to shit, which means it is up to Ardif here, who has been doing some good PvP plays in the past.
Needs to stop what he's doing. Ardif needs to find a bush and hide in it.
And he's gonna get spotted by the dude in the tower.
No, not quite. He's playing super cheeky.
Wow.
Super careful. And we'll see what he does.
Tank just fired around. I think he fired it at the MI8 that's approaching.
A rep gave up his position, and he's getting shot. That's
he needs.
on him.
He needs to go prone. Wow! Did you see that shot go right on his back? Holy crap!
I'm surprised he's walking. And so now they're gonna spray down.
Look at those bullets going right over his head,
whizzing past his ear.
Oh. If only they'd coordinate with the tank.
Coming in.
That MI8, I can hear it.
It's landing inside the zone. Cyrus in the
tank is now redeploying, trying to get an angle.
Misses a shot.
Oh! And they were able to sneak in 2 guys. Unfortunately, a few died on insert. No, you're right. Tank just took some damage there. Excuse me, not the tank. The MI8 took a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, 2 Op 4 guys walking right into the field of fire of a Blue 4 guy.
Oh, yeah, they're getting shot on the side.
Yeah, they've got an RGS-6 to deal with it, though. RPG missing the tank.
Oh, you can't do that. Oh, it's looking right.
He's going to get a well, no. He's got a tandem warhead. Misses again, and he goes down. Both of them going down. Oh, yes. He just needed to take 1 more second. He panicked. And I'm going to be honest, I've panicked too, so I understand that, but you just need to take that extra second to aim, and you'll be A-okay. Meanwhile, Op 4 have...
Wow. Lost Zone 3. Sholand, your buddy Sean.
Wow.
Was able to... of course, he was the one who found Aret and executed.
Logan,
cleared
look at
out
Logan though.
everything.
He is again
Oh,
playing the back game, sneaking around, but there's nothing for him to take. Unfortunately, it was lost when they brought that tank in. But now it looks like Op4 is taking a page in that book. They're moving to this other supply position. They're going to secure that, but Op4 just spent a lot of units to do that, and there's only 2 alive right now.
Yeah, we have 12 minutes remaining on the clock, so they need to get.
They have another reinsert. They're waiting for another reinsert round, so that's why the pilot's going to grab this. He'll bring it back, but
They'll bring it back to base, but the problem is now that yeah, they're not going to have any time to set up any kind of defense. And
Blue 4 has a helicopter. He has Warwick going for that, but what they need to do is they need to move. Again, it's a failure of recon because of all the units they're committing, because they could just go and take Zone 4 with those 12 minutes remaining.
But here's the thing. Absolutely agree with you. Here's the thing with that helicopter. It's loaded for bear with more Marines. They're going into that supply point.
No, you're right. Yeah, I don't think they're going for the supply point. They're going for Zone 4. It's just a southern beeline.
The MI8 has taken it, and the marker doesn't update with the position of it. So they're going to come there, and they're going to see that it is empty. But that just means that they can proceed to the 2 clicks to the north and get over to Zone 4.
So I'm willing to bet Blue 4, the infantry are going to start moving. Little Bird is going to drop dudes off, come back, pick them up. Tank is going to move. HQ Vic might move up, pick up a few dudes. Logan, though, has been the Op4 wild card here. He could potentially shoot at that HQ truck.
Well, it's coming up, and the windows on it don't. Well, I'm not sure. What do you think? Those are armored windows?
They are armored windows. I can't confirm that, but he could. I mean, what does Logan have here today? He's a sapper, so he would have, if he could get close to it. But they're going to be mobile with this truck, though. He could kill Platoon HQ, though.
He could. I was thinking,
but I don't think he's going to be quick enough.
Kills the mobility on it. Oh, this could be. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get into a position quick enough to.
But
deal with
Blue 4 is right next to Zone 4.
No, Platoon HQ. They get out and they're buying.
They bought a 113.
Logan, do your thing.
Oh my God, Logan! Logan, please.
He must have heard the truck.
Logan, he had to have seen that 113 spawn. These two guys having a conversation. They're conveying orders here. Logan going too far to the right.
He knows what he's doing.
Platoon HQ is going for the. Oh my God!
Just not.
That is scary to think about, man.
And here we have Alpha now taking the supply truck. Platoon's probably gonna.
He's going to grab those guys and move. However, Little Bird's dropped off guys. Op4. Looks like everyone respawned. No, it was just Victor. Where are the rest of the Op4? It's Blue 4 has it.
The helicopter?
No, Blue 4 has it. Op4 hasn't respawned yet because they used all their men in that desperate push back to Zone 3, and it did not pay off. So now Zone 4 is completely undefended.
Archer's looking at it from the Little Bird. He sees that it's empty. No fortifications, no Vics, nothing. Deep is respawning in 1 minute. That's too late. They're not. Blue 4.
They're not going to make it.
By
Nope.
the skin of their fucking teeth, Blue 4 is going to get it.
No, because they have an they're using the MI8 too, right? I don't see the Little Bird down. The Little Bird maybe would have enough speed and mobility to pick them up, but no.
That MI8. I mean, it's going to be spooled up and ready for them once they get in, but. I mean,
it's not going to be quick enough. Blue 4 is going to be. Blue 4 just has to get one dude in that zone. They are less than 200 meters away. They might be overcautious, though. That'll buy Op4 more time.
That's what
the only way Op4 is going to be able to make this is they beeline into that objective and drop dudes off.
I agree, but Arcor just flew past it. They're gonna be a little bit cautious, moving through the city. But Arcor is like, yeah, there's no one at that factory. There's no fortifications. There's no nothing. And once
I'd be willing to bet, though, that they're just taking this cautiously. Maybe they're thinking it's an Op4 curveball. Attackers respawning. They got to get mounted in that chopper right away.
That's attackers. That's not even the. Oh no, they have respawned as well.
Oh shit!
Both sides just respawned, I think. But Warwick is. I mean, they're kind of going out in the open. We got Montgomery as well. They're pushing up.
Logan's sneaking up, but he's left behind. HQ truck got pulled back too, but there is a 113 left there. Logan could take it and potentially use it, but Blue 4 is less than 50 meters away.
Oh yeah, they can smell it. Montgomery, I mean,
They're still being cautious here, but
yeah,
it
they
is.
can't believe it.
It's gonna be Montgomery. Yeah, no, I wouldn't believe it either. I would think it's a trap, but just in case, I'd fly my chopper in, and there goes Montgomery sprinting for it, and
going in.
What the fuck? There it is.
There we go.
Blue 4 wins.
The medic wins it.
Just as the chopper got in, literally 2 seconds away.
And people hopping out of the chopper, doing a loop-de-loop, and a nose.
What is going on?
Stathenberg.
What is it doing? Oh, victory by default. How beautiful.
Pop the chute, Stathenberger breaks both of his femurs on the landing, and the 2 Russian paratroopers get shot.
Look at that, they're even bringing out the Vix. Jesus Christ. I thought Op4 was going to have it, but they literally, with 7 minutes to spare.
I am astounded that they did not get that.
That was great.
It came down to less than 10 minutes. I think they had 9 minutes or maybe a little less on the clock. Let's hop up there and get the debrief.
All right.
This time playthrough, that was pretty damn
That
good.
was
This was the best thing I've played in a while.
That was fucking
That was really good.
hair-raising at the end there.
That was actually tilting.
To those on Op4, you guys had a fantastic defense. Absolutely fantastic.
All right, guys, that was fun. Would you guys like to see more of this? I'm thinking of either doing it every other Friday, or if you guys really want to see it every Friday. Let me go on Twitch real quick. Let me just see the stats here, and if people liked it, we'll keep it going. What does Twitch say I have right now? Something low? Oh shit, we had over 100 people. And I have over 500 subscribers? What? Wow. Okay. No, we'll do this weekly. I did not expect this to be that popular. All right. Shit, I was only expecting like 50 of you. Oh, damn. Yeah, no, we'll make this a weekly thing, guys. If you loved it, we'll keep it going. By all means.
For us. We
had
could
no
not hit
choice.
that.
We had no choice. I mean,
this is better than football. So I could bring in some TSB people too. Barb has asked me about it. I can run the idea to Sniper Wolf, but we can have a TSB presence because this place, they got FK people, they got KD and XX, just to name some of the groups I know. But yeah, no, that was great. So again, this group's called Friday Night Fights. Any of you guys, if you look into them, they let anyone join. So if you want to come in and join in on the fun, again, Friday Night Fights, FNF. You can even reach out to me on Discord, and I'll give you a link to their Discord server. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because my voice is killing me. But that was so fun to watch. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. If you want more, we'll be back at 8 p.m. Friday next week for more of this. So cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. Later.